going, and then we'll jump into this game. I'm excited, man. They have the okay, I just got the standard. There's also a Dr. Pepper spinoff for Jolt Cola. Yeah, just went the standard. Yeah, which is valid. That's like the classic. Yeah, remember there was like strawberry, there was cola, and then there was blue. And blue was the one where I saw it and I was like, what the fuck? And then I tried it and I could not believe my eyes or my mouth. My eyes or my mouth ussy. And all right, multi-stream is running, my friends. We are so ready. We are so there. OMG, we are so there, baby. Dude, I'm excited, man. This game looks great. This game looks sick as hell. So before we get too far into this, what I will do is take a quick gander. Take a quick gander at the Dare Drop page for this game so we can kind of see what challenges we're looking for right now. Because once again, we got this through Dare Drop, which means I got the game for free, but it also means that we have these optional challenges to twerk towards. We can twerk towards some challenges. Yes, I'm saying it incorrectly on purpose. And if I'm able to accomplish these challenges on stream, we'll get some extra keys to then give away to the audience. And surely you're thinking to yourself, surely, Alex, you don't actually give away these keys. You hoard them to yourself like a dragon, nesting upon treasure. Nay, to that I say incorrect, dear viewer, because we're doing some giveaways this fucking tomorrow. Holy shit, tomorrow. We're doing some giveaways tomorrow. We're doing some giveaways. 1 key for Absalom, 2 keys for Fallen Tier The Ascension, and 2 keys for Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War. All of these giveaway keys we got through a Dare Drop. So Dare Drop is what fuels our giveaways that we do every so often through the Discord server. And like I said, we're doing those giveaways, the ones I just showed, tomorrow. These giveaways, these will take a little bit longer because we have to accomplish the dares. We actually have to get the keys from the admins. Takes a little bit more of a process. But that's what we're starting on right now tonight, is to try to get these challenges knocked out so we can then acquire some keys to give away to you, dear viewers. So if we can kill at least 3 adventurers with a single trap trigger, then we'll get potentially at least 1 key for the game. That's pretty sick. This one up here, I know my face is covering it a little bit, but it says force adventurers to make a U-turn 3 times. I'm going to guess that means either a single adventurer doing it 3 times or a group U-turning 3 times. So if they're boxed in, which is kind of fun. And then this one down here, that gets us 1 key. And this one down here, let a courier almost escape, then kill them at the last second. This one's a hard dare, so it's a little bit harder to pull off. But if we do it, we get 2 keys for the game to give away. So we have our twerk cut out for us, but I'm confident we can at least get some of them for sure. We're playing this game tonight, and if possible, we might end up streaming it more like with this coming week. I've got a fairly like full stream schedule for the next couple of days. But I would say if I end up liking the game and if there are more challenges to complete, if there's like more things to be done after tonight's session, we can definitely do more of this next week as well. But for now, we're jumping in tonight, and I'm excited because this game looks sick. This game has been on my radar for a while. I actually first heard about it a couple of months ago, I think when the demo first went live. And when I first heard about it, I didn't realize it was a Devolver Digital game. But the fact that it's Devolver Digital published makes me super excited because they tend to almost exclusively publish bangers. They're one of my favorite publishers just in general. So I'm excited to jump in. And again, major thanks to Dare Drop for hooking us up with the review key for this game.
Our time is short. Reinforce the walls. They will surely turn back. You underestimate their greed. I'm sorry, my boy. There is no alternative. We must consign them to Hades. Each and every one. Let the labyrinth be our weapon. It begins, as always, by placing a trap.
I'm gonna do something real quick. Controversial kind of action. I'm gonna quit out. I suspect I might have skipped something accidentally. I think I might have skipped a cutscene, because I think there was an intro cutscene. I'm gonna launch the game again. I know. I keep blue balling us with this gameplay footage, but I think there might be a sick ass cutscene. We'll see though. We'll see. I'm not gonna click anything this time. I clicked it. I clicked my mouse prematurely. Who here amongst us has never clicked their mouse prematurely? It happens. Okay, I'm full of shit. I did see a how to play thing which caught my eye. I saw a how to play option which caught my eye.
Our time is short.
All right, so yeah, we can skip this though. How to play? Okay, it's just one of these things. I was thinking maybe there was gonna be some kind of like intro cinematic. So yeah, so you're the Minotaur, construct a labyrinth, set traps, and you can also control the Minotaur. And that is something that can actually go out and fight the fellas themselves. So the lair itself is indestructible, but the Minotaur can be felled in combat. Can build and erase walls without limits. Create paths to lead enemies into traps. Most traps can only be placed on trap slots. Basic traps activate once and kill one enemy, but some can kill multiple. That is the dealio. So hunting party. So I'm guessing this is like a turn-based kind of deal, probably. So this is one of the adventurers. Oh wait, hold on. They're pointing us to this. Hold on, what am I doing? Now I've got a dumb question. Am I controlling the fella? Guess I'm controlling the fella. Maybe this is like the origin story. Yeah, in fact, I see the dude that we're controlling here. Daedalus. That's the one that constructed the labyrinth, isn't it? In I guess Greek mythology. The base building block of the labyrinth, the wall, yes. They want me to go here. Place a spike trap on the trap slot. So I press it. Okay, that's to build a wall. Okay. Spike trap. Ah, okay. So you can only build... So you can build walls wherever. Walls, I think, are free to build. But the spiky traps can only be placed on on trap spots. That makes sense. Whoops. I like see like other little world. Oh, they're rats. Okay. They make it cozy, but so there are modifiers. I can utilize them in various ways. Okay. See bones. I see like not just a wall, but like a gate. I'm trying to see like if there's other interesting things. This is the actual lair, but this is not the Minotaur's lair. This is Asterion's lair. So yeah, there's no Minotaur yet, I think is the idea. Kind of taking stock of what we got. Let's go and get the show on the road. So control, build this guy. Oh, bam.
Now,
Spike trap is built.
The maze. We must ensure they walk only the path we have chosen.
Mm-hmm. So I can move my guy anywhere I want. And this line here, I think is... Oh, yeah, there's the adventurer. There's the one-person hunting party. We know they're just going to be going straight. So we want to lead them into this little spiky boy. Modify walls to lead the enemy into the trap. So... Could I say... Spot one there. One there. Go in, like, make sure that there's only one way forward. Enemies blocked from reaching the lair, which is good, right? Isn't that good? Maybe it's not good. Yeah, blocked. I almost maybe it's like maybe the idea is that that's not like fair, basically. All enemies must be eliminated, no survivors. Yeah, maybe that's the idea. Maybe the idea is like you can't make it impossible. Because in my mind, I was thinking maybe they can like break down the walls or something. So, take that one out. To lead the enemy into walking into the trap, right? So, I'm guessing same thing if I build this here, build that one. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure enough. So that that removes the begin the hunt button. Okay. So let's see about other ways to kind of guide them without like blocking them entirely. So what if I put one? Let's do this. What was the one I placed to first kind of set them on this path? I think it was when I put this one. What I want to do, if I take that one out, take that one out, block that one in, block that one. There we go. Something like that. So I think I see the idea. So you can't just like... Oh, hold on,
don't worry about your lair. Worry only about yourself.
You can't just block the entrance and call it a day. You have to like make it doable and make it impossible. You have to lure them in. I guess that's the idea. If it was impossible, they wouldn't try to get your ass. Hey, we got Matt. What's up, Matt? Asterius is the father. Okay, was Daedalus the one that built the labyrinth? Minos was the right. Yeah, Dungeon Keeper. If you block that, right? Yeah, I actually never did play Dungeon Keeper. That was always a game I always wanted to play because it looked incredible and such a weird kind of turning on its head. The idea of being the bad guy is trying to thwart the adventurers. Steer onto a safe location and begin. Right down here. The traps won't activate on my ass, which is good. See how it all goes down. Do I have to activate the trap myself, or will it just go on its own? Blech. Fucking murdered his ass. Good shit. Wave defeated. Tower defense rules. There you go, man.
Charon awaits their souls. Use every trap at your disposal. Labyrinthos is a living puzzle, yours to solve as you see fit. Use wisdom, patience, cunning, as Athena teaches us. Remember, a sprung trap reloads when all enemies are defeated. And do not hesitate to relocate it if need be.
Another spot there. Let's see. And another one over here. So we got 3 trap spots now. A fan project to make it play. That's nice. That's nice. Is it? I'm gonna ask a dumb question, Matt. Is it Dungeon Keeper 1 or Dungeon Keeper 2? Because I think Dungeon Keeper 1 is on GOG, on Good Old Games. But I seem to recall that Dungeon Keeper 2 is the one that lots of folks really like. I mean, I'm sure they're all good. Like, both of them are good. But I seem to recall that 2's the big one. I guess this thing, you need some kind of way to get that stuff. Alright, so what do we have here? Adventurer, dangers only in larger groups. There's 3 of them. So we need to guide all 3 into various spots. So 1 well, I mean, I guess ideally, it would kind of go along all these paths. So what I might do is, yeah, try to weave them around. So what I might do is block this one. Oops. Oh, no, I don't want to move my guy there. Yeah, get you back there. Control. There we go. So block this one. Get that one out of there. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, I need to actually build the spiky boys. I can do different traps, though. Luring trap. Okay. Deals a little bit of damage. Okay. Damage 4. Okay. Damage 5. Oh, I don't have spike traps anymore. I see. So I can't. So I can move this one, of course, but I don't get more of them. Excuse me. Oh, okay, so they're not wildly different then. Gotcha. Keeper FX, very nice. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. As I definitely have a vested interest in checking these things out. One of those classic series that was, you know, kind of a cult classic. It's not like it's a household name amongst gamers, but for us graybeards, we remember that shit. I think it's something I owe it to myself to check out. I think I'd enjoy it a bunch. Automatic ballista that shoots when an enemy crosses into the line of fire once. Okay. So to that end, we don't necessarily need him to go over the fellas necessarily. What I can also do, think about this. Let me take that one out. Block this fella like that. For that guy, we'd have to get a little bit creative. There we go. Not too shabby. So we now have to decide what kinds of traps. I kind of like the idea of building the arrow trap here, facing that way. Because I don't think it'll be able to kill multiple lads, but it'd be cool if it did. Cool if it did. Whoa. Is the idea that... Hold on. Can you build it just anywhere? Hold on. Just so I'm clear. Right, lures an enemy towards the thing. Into a dead end and deals moderate damage. Okay. Right, so it does damage for sure. That's the thing I want to make sure. Yeah, so as long as it's in a dead end. Oh, I see. It lures them in and they get zoinked. They get zoinkified. Yeah, so I can't actually place anything there. So I could place this somewhere else, I guess is the idea. Because I think what's going to happen is that they would, like, one of them would, like, wander off and get got, I think is the idea. If I try to move this somewhere else, yeah, like, it's not going to do the trick, unfortunately. I guess that's the beauty of it. It doesn't really matter where we put it, as long as it's along this kind of first path. Yeah. So I think it's probably fine where it is. Put it there. Could lead him onto the spikes. Well, that's what I was wondering. I at first I was thinking, is it just a lure? Will it only lure, or does it do damage on its own? And I think it does damage on its own. You don't think they'll touch it? Because I'm thinking, like, if it's on the path, if they get sucked into it. Because I see the little squares. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, if nothing else, if we put it past the spikes, it's the same situation. Because... Oh, actually, hold on. I need to move this for one thing, because they're going to avoid the spikes. Oh, I see what you mean, Matt. Yeah. So, I mean, that might be doable, but we do need to move this. Because they're going to miss the spikes no matter what. They're going to got there, but this... Yeah. Because I think my original idea was that I was going to put the spikes there. And we could put them there, obviously. But then something like this. That's what I was thinking. Oh, they still have the arrow. Yeah. Let's do this. But we can put them both here, but I still have to move this guy. Oh, no, you move back there. We still have to like put them both in the same place. So that's like a safer bet. So that what'll likely happen, since the spikes only kill one dude at a time. Right, you can move the traps freely, you can break and raise walls freely, but one trap can only kill one dude. Currently, at least. I think we can eventually upgrade things, but right now, a trap kills one thing and then gets deactivated. So if there's lures here, no matter what, these guys are gonna follow this path and hit the spikes. But only one guy will hit the spikes and get affected. The second guy that comes along will have to get damaged by the lure for this to work. But I'm pretty sure, since it says damage 4, it should be enough. These guys have, I think, 3 health each. No, they have 4 health each. Okay. Well, that's perfect. So I think this should all work. Let's let it rip and see how it goes. I think we say, yeah, put the guy in the safe space. Hunting party. Minotaur. Yes, so so that is my guy right now. He's the little baby Minotaur for babies. Right. Oh wait, no, hold on. It says doomed. Right. If the group comes into combat, right. But they're not going to. Oh, they still with the spike trap there. Okay. I guess for the tutorial, I guess. Modify walls, see the enemy in the trap, right. Yeah, okay. I see what's going on here. Like, the tutorial still wants me to utilize this guy. Okay. Well, that can be arranged. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Then break that one. Raise that one up. There we go. That satisfies what they wanted. Yeah, I see what's going on. As I was wondering why the button was gone. So that should all be Gucci and the Coochie. But just to be absolutely sure, I will put this here. That should that should make it absolutely abundantly clear that no shenanigans will happen. Let's begin. See how it goes. 3 dudes. Any one of them reaches our homie, then he's gonna get got and die, and it's gonna be very sad. This is presumably the tutorial, so we got a ways to go for sure. So first spike trap kills 1 dude. What a beautiful noise, and gets got as expected. So it's 1 trap per dude. Arrow trap gets the last one. Fucking one-shots his cranium. So we're not gonna give you much help beyond here. You'll figure that shit out yourself. Get fucking good. Continue the game. There we go. Oops, shit.
Today, you learn to truly master the Labyrinthos. It is so much more than stone and bronze. Hear its song. Feel its pulse. Then it will be yours.
Yeah, the lure pulls 1, right. I think eventually we get abilities that pull multiple dudes, but 1 trap per dude is for now the dealio right now. Which does simplify some things. But it also means that certain traps are only a little bit, are like, you know, only so powerful. Cindered Outpost. Hunting parties 8. Unlocks affordable in camp. Go in there. This kind of, oh, like the rats move around. This is kind of cool. So this little kind of like, like before we get into the proper stuff, just kind of move around as a Minotaur fellow. What's this? Grants experience. You're telling me if I ingest enough mushrooms, I'll gain new life experiences? I mean, never thought about it that way. He did say, like, explore the labyrinth and kind of, like, try to make it your own. I suppose we can, there's experience, we can level our guy up, and of course it's a roguelike, so there's some form of meta progression. Yeah, getting new devices, that kind of deal. The Drifting Ruins. Horizon Divide. Cindered Outpost, and then this one. Let's set up our camp. Get to it, baby. Any other, like, fun things I should snag? Or experience morsels to devour?
This is indeed a good place to set up camp, Mysterio.
There we go.
Let us rest.
Yo, what's up, Shockfire? Good to see you, buddy.
The dark away.
Shockfire, I love the story you shared in the Discord server. That was a very fun story, just as you said it would be. Just like you said, man. I'll never doubt you again. Not that I was going to, but I'm very impressed, man. That sounds good, man. Thanks for popping in, man. Always nice to hear from you, dude. Hope you and the fam are doing well, man. It's always a pleasure. An experience for, okay, for some fun stuff. Imagineer, we can afford both of them, of course. Gems to imagine new devices. We'll do the tent first. Whoop. And this thing. Whoop. So with each series of levels you complete, you get more of this meta progression, which is exciting. Cool. So, at the tent, can spend experience for more upgrades. Use gems to imagine new devices. So, nothing else I can do right here to increase your health, your speed. More starting gold per run, that is. Starting items when you start a run. Because again, roguelike. Gain 5% of blood needed for the sacrifice. I wonder what that means. Rearming a device. That's cool. It looks like that takes quite a while to do so. Get the experience to afford that, that is. But that is pretty neat. Lots of neat stuff. There's also traversal eventually. What about this thing? Ooh, all kinds of cool things. Automatic door. Couple cool options. Crushing the third counted enemy to pass through. That's cool. Brittle. Turns to rubble, so if it can't kill the target enemy. Based on a counter, right? That makes sense. Backbiter. I can afford... Actually, I could get the automatic door and then one other thing. It's more of a utility item, really. You know, I might as well get that. Sure. Why the hell not? Oh, and that gets us more fun things. Cool. So right now we got the classic spike trap, arrow trap, alluring trap. Got the pressure plate as well. I could afford a buzzsaw. Minor damage multiple times. I guess it's like... Oh, I see. It can also harm us. But yeah, 8 times. Or actually, no, I guess 4 times. Every time somebody, like, walks over it, I suppose. Enemies on fire. Damage per second. Okay, so if, like, yeah, I see. So if, as long as they get got by it, like, early on, that's pretty good. Oh, it's 5 damage. The buzzsaw is interesting, but... I don't know if that would synergize super well with anything we have right now. Of, like, whittling people down little by little. I guess if we had a few buzzsaws, that could be kind of sick. But I think we're only going to get 1 each, presumably, at least. So, I think I'll go for the fire trap. I think that sounds like a nice classic. All right, got lots of fun ones to play with. It says re-roll. Yeah, I guess that's interesting. I guess you could get... Oh, yeah, so you could indeed add multiple traps to your arsenal, to your deck, I suppose. So I guess it's almost like a deck builder in that sense.
Humans tend to grow insane. Shall they not see the sun for long?
Kind of barfed it out. I think you did a great job, and I loved reading about it, man. I appreciate you being willing to share it, because I promise the statute of limitations is up on it. No one's gonna get your ass, but I selfishly enjoyed getting to hear about it. It was a very fun time for me, and hopefully a fun time for you to look back on. I'm sure at the time it was quite the adventure. Good to hear from you, man. So depth 1, I'll probably do like the whatever the baby mode is. We'll kind of go into whatever they recommend is the starting kind of deal. Depth 1, hunting parties 8, 42 enemies. Hunting parties 4, I almost said farties, haha. Level size big. 5 and 23. Seems to me that even though the rewards are actually higher for this one, which is a little surprising. 23 and 50, 42 and 70. Yeah, like the rewards are pretty comparable to all of them. Oh, but that one says less trap slots. I think there really is no like predetermined easy one necessarily. I think these are also procedurally generated. So we'll do this one. 8 party size, or 8 hunting party sounds pretty intense. And also, this is a roguelike. It's probably fair to say we're probably not going to win the first try. A couple times we try this, but we'll give it the old college try. These are the traps we're starting with. Enter. Alright. So there are permanent walls. There's the walls we can move around freely, but then there's the walls that are not so free. As is the classic labyrinthine setup, we are indeed right in the middle. The Minotaur in the center of the labyrinth. Or in this case, we're not so much a Minotaur, we're like just a young lad, a young buck. A Minotaurling, if you will. 3 hunters, or adventurers rather, each with 4 health. Got a bunch of trap slots to deal with. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to want to set somebody on fire. That is assuming I have the fire trap. Wish for a device and labyrinthos will provide. Then gold to get more devices. So I don't have any gold right now. Suppose I'll wish for a device. Yeah, make a wish for a device of some kind. Okay, so you're not guaranteed to get the same like starting fellas each time necessarily. Give a device. Luring trap, ballista, or fire trap. I kind of want to try out the fire trap, just to try it out. You step on it, it'll get you going. Right. For 16 seconds. Try it out. We get to, I guess, okay, we get to collect 3 traps. Spike trap's a classic, of course. And ballista sounds good. Nice little variety. And eventually buy more devices ourselves. Do we get to sleep with the bulls in this game? I'm actually not familiar with the notion of sleeping with the bulls. Is that like a tradition akin to running with the bulls that I've never heard of? It wouldn't surprise me. There's many things I've never heard of in life. So this is a permanent wall, but these we can break and oh whoops, wrong button. But these we can break and reform freely. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, get the fire trap there. And I'm gonna block that one there. So that'll force them around that one. Then I'll go bonk, bonk. And knock that one down. Just like that. That'll force them across all 3 spots. This one, of course, we gotta do the what's it called? We gotta do the arrow trap with this one, the ballista. That way, as someone walks into this corridor here, they'll get got. Nice and good. Spike trap. Bam. So if I've done it right, that actually... The only concern is, will the fire trap kill quickly enough? I want to make sure we do it right. So what I might actually do is kind of cause them to meander a little bit longer before reaching either of these other things. In fact, I could even like redirect them over this way maybe. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe instead of that guy, We'll, like, open this one up. I want to make sure that we leave enough time. Oh, whoops. There we go. We'll leave enough time for them to get got by these things. By the fire trap specifically, because that's a damage over time, not an instant damage deal. So, I might just kind of have them meander for a bit. I'm trying to think of the best way to do that. I'm going to block this. Open this. I might be over-engineering this, honestly. I think what I'll do is I'm going to move Spiky Boy. Right, her. And then I'm trying to look at some of the other ones here. I can knock all these down. Whoops. And kind of force them this away is what I'm thinking. Kind of awkward because I'm actually not sure if that's gonna kill them with the arrow. I think I'd rather get him with this arrow trap here. So let's do that. Arrow trap right there. I think that's going to be the gamer move right there. So we had to rearrange this quite a bit, but I really want to make sure I give that fire trap time to kill. Because it's a slow damage over time. If I put something there, it might kill the dude that's on fire too quickly. Because again, it's only one attack, one like damage, or like one trigger per trap. You can't have a trap hit multiple dudes, at least not just yet. So I think that should work. That Arbalista is gonna zap whatever walks across there. Spike trap's gonna get that guy. Let's roll it. See how it goes. See if I was like over concerned about the fire trap killing quickly. Could zoom in a little bit more. So it is, again, a pretty slow damage over time. So if I would have put the ballista there, it would have wasted a use on the ballista. Oh, we're talking about, like, yeah, the canonical, the mythology of how Minotaurs came to be. I gotcha, right. That makes more sense, Chuck. I got you, BB. It held a little wispy. I guess that means that it took a life. Yes, it either claimed a life or it's been utilized. It's been exhausted. Done my job right. This ballista will end his ass, and his face, his entire cranium, hopefully. Headshot. Blood offering. Cool.
Asterion, enough enemies have perished on the traps. The blood offering for Labyrinth.
There's a guy asleep. Cool. We got 2 dudes next. Not too bad. However, you can spend some money to get new toys to play with. Except I only have a little bit of gold, which is not much. Not much gold. Can I, like, collect things from the dudes that died? Let's see if I can pick up anything that they dropped. Also, there's also this. Blood offering. Okay. Give them the blood. Oh my god. Jesus, you weren't fucking kidding. That is a lot of blood. Alright, so that gives us like a built-in restock of sorts. Let's do the luring trap. Boink. Oh, just the one? Okay, just the one. Oh, I see. These reload. Okay. So it's not like it's spent and you never get it again. So actually, we could just roll with the exact same setup and we'd be okay, I think. They have the same amount of health. The fire trap would kill. The spike trap would kill. We wouldn't even need the ballista. Is there something I'm not considering? Oh, there is. They can come from multiple entrances. Oh, interesting. I was wondering what the second line was. So we will have to consider some things. Now, the good news is this is guaranteed to be good, and also this. Whoops. This is also guaranteed to be good. We know that the fire dude will die at around this point, and the spike fellow will get got right there. That's all well and good. So we just have to worry about the arbalest or the ballista. I think an arbalest is a ballista, but bigger. If I keep conflating the two. And then the luring trap should also do the trick. They have exactly 4 health. That's perfect. So they have a straight shot right now. What I will do is, I mean, I might just use the, might just like place this thing right here and just zap them the minute they walk in. And I think what I will do is I'll open this up, open this pit up. Actually, you know what? I don't have to change shit. I don't have to change jack dick. I can just let that do its thing. Now the thing is, I don't know if they have to have line of sight, or if they can do it by sound alone. Let's just assume they need line of sight, because I was worried about, like, if I put in that little corner there, if I put in that corner, that they weren't gonna see it and get drawn in. I think this answers my question though. Like the fact that you can see like the little musical notes tells me if they like are anywhere in this line. Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? Here, let's leave it exactly how it was. Put it right there. Because when you mouse over it, it does give you the little preview that says if the fellas walk along this path at all, like in these squares, they will get lured in. Now this one does not get rearmed, which I don't know if it means if it goes away fully. Like if it like is a one-time use and that's it, and it's like a, you know, just kind of clogs up your arsenal, your deck. We'll see about that one. But otherwise, yeah, Spike Trap will fucking no scope. Just quick snipe the first guy that walks in. And the lure will get the other lad. And then these two dudes, the Flame Trap and the Spiky Boys, will do the goods. Begin the hunt. So we know how these are going to go. I'm not quite as worried about that guy. That guy instantly got sniped, as expected. What a beautiful noise. He gets lured in. And he's dead so. Fire guy is going to die like right around the time when it gets to here, I think. Blech. Easy now. And then Spiky guy is going to get spikified. Blood for the blood god. Not quite enough to get a new one. But we done good. Those do get reset. Now for this one, is it like usable again? Is it said no rearm? Can't be rearmed during action phase. Oh, during action phase. This is the planning phase. And normally I wouldn't think you could rearm during an action phase, but maybe there are certain upgrades that allow you, or like certain circumstances where you can rearm something after you roll the dice. Maybe that's how that works. We got one here, one there, two there. So we're slowly upping the ante. So that one, of course, will still quick snipe. I'm gonna move that fella. We also don't need that spike pit there, so we really need to consider these guys now. So these guys currently have no path. Oh wait, no, I'm full of shit. They follow this same path actually. So what I'm gonna do, that one there. So the fire trap will take care of this one dude who's by himself. Don't have to worry about that beyond that fella. And then this fella, the lure. Put that. Whoops. I'll put that there. I think that's just a good spot for lure, just in general. Yeah, the second any of those guys. Well, that's the thing. It has to. We have to make sure it's gonna be one of these two dudes. But that's the thing. They share a path with this one up here, and he's gonna get killed off by the fire trap before he gets to that spot. So this path will get ended pretty quickly. So these two, the first one will get spiked. The second one will get lured. And then for the one here, they get quick sniped by the ballista. All right, roll it. Quick snipe. He's out. Look at sudden fire in a moment. Spikes. Bam. And of course, again, the spikes reset. He's sudden fire. He's as good as dead. Even though the guy walked along the spikes, like, right as he got close, still didn't affect him. Kill. Very good. So now we have enough for another blood offering, which is exciting. And new shop items is also exciting. I love the fucking blood, guys. Just it's so unnecessarily violent. I love it. So, I know it's kind of boring. The spike trap is kind of boring, but it's a lot of damage, and it's all reliable. There are apparently also secret combos. Effectiveness against these guys is great. Yeah. Yeah, secret combos. We'll eventually get dudes that have more health, and I don't know if that's happening, like, during this series of runs, or if that happens in, like, the next series. Now, this one could do 32 damage if they go the full 16 seconds taking, I'm sorry, not 32. 8 damage. 8 damage. Not, yeah, it's not 2 damage per tick, it's half damage per tick. That could do 8 damage. This is 6 instantly. Activate on being stepped on. Me, IRL. But anyway. But you have to kind of plan around how long it takes. That's the one real down. So there's probably some dudes that are more susceptible to things like fire damage. We'll take the spike trap. I know it's kind of boring, but it's all reliable. Alright. And of course, if I wanted to, we could make some more purchases. Could buy a Medusa. Actually, no, I can't. I can't afford it. First Blood. Base damage to the first launch trap. That's cool. That's an artifact. Okay. Oh, never mind. That costs gems. Oh, that might be like a passive thing. That's kind of cool. Ability items, which are nice and cheap. Activates whatever it's linked to. Works only once. Pressure plate. So maybe the idea is like you could manually activate something. Maybe some things need an activation. Interesting. Stone blocks paths can be destroyed. That's kind of cool. I'm thinking why you would want a pressure plate, but I'm gonna guess that it will become more obvious when the time comes. So 1, 3, 1, and 1. So we can pretty much leave this one on its own. I like how we're getting like the background's kind of shifting a little bit, the color is different, and also we're getting like you can see like the blueprints in the background. That's kind of a cool aesthetic. Like that. So yeah, we'll leave this fire trap the way it is. That's old, again, old reliable. That's not gonna need to change at all. With this guy, he'll get got by that one spike. That's good there. This one dude here, I'll need to go ahead and move this fella. I move that there. That'll lure him as he gets onto this path. I have to make sure nobody else gets there first. But I don't think that they will. He'll just go straight to it. I think he's getting to that one the quickest for sure. That should be good there. Yeah, so he's covered. He's covered. And he is covered. And I have one spike in my inventory. The ballista is here. I feel like I'm still coming up short on something, aren't I? Oh, no, there's 2 of them, not 3. I thought there was 3 of them. 1, 1, 1, and 2, not 3. Okay, so I have just enough. Just enough. So for these fellas, once again, they will get quick sniped. What I might do... Think about this. What I might do is maybe move this. Because I might want them to kind of come down this way. I guess that's not necessarily true. I could have them go... like... Let's... About this. If I force them up this way... Oh, wait. There we go. So force them up this way. Put that there. Yeah, something like that. That will let me do this. The quick snipe still happens, and the spike will get the second guy that comes around. And it still ensures that nobody's going to jump in front of this path, because again, that one dude needs to get hit by this lure before anything else can happen. And I'm going to guess the lure will overpower his indescribable urge to kill Asterion. The lust for glory and fame and treasures won't be any match for the lust of the luring trap. I think we're good. Fucking roll it, baby. He'll get got instantly. They've already been gotten. Spike trap. He's gonna get lured. Perfect. The muse is calling to me. So really, he's on fire. He got. All we gotta do is watch for this guy to get zippity zapped by the spiky boys. You can watch it happen in slow motion. Excruciating, gory detail. My favorite kind. Blood offering. What's the goods? All right. Now, am I allowed to do this if I say back? Yeah, I was like, I want to see what else we have to deal with. So same kinds of dudes, kinds of dudes. So I can still make my choice. I can back out without like giving up the benefit. The blisters are kind of cool. I like them. I like these. Let's get another one of those guys. Spike traps are boring. Who fucking cares about spike traps, man? So we got 2 and 2 and 2, and 1. I might have to actually make a purchase pretty soon here. We have one more round after this. Or maybe this is the last one. So the fire trap, I mean, I almost feel bad. There's one guy that always comes into this door and they always get set on fire and it just goes poorly for them. So like, a little bad for them. So spike trap, still a thing. These guys are gonna come down this way. Yep. That's all the same. 2 here as well. We're gonna have to pretty significantly retool some of these. This one can stay the same. That will kill 1 and 2 consistently. That will kill this one consistently. So this we have to rethink, and this we have to rethink. And again, I'm looking at my number of traps that I have. So, got those 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in my inventory right now, right? 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. 4, 5. Oh no, I think I miscounted. That should be 7, right? Nope, I was right the first time. So I do have to buy something. Because otherwise, there's 7 dudes. 7 dudes to kill. It's highlights. Oh, it's canon. I said highlights them for you, yeah. So just a sanity check. Yeah, I was counting one of them twice. That's what it was. Okay, so make a little purchase. I got plenty of gold, and I think the gold doesn't come with you when you end a run, so you might as well spend it. Smoke them if you got them, right? Let's try the Medusa's head. That sounds kind of cool. Yeah, let's get Medusa's head. Never tried one of those things before. And for better or for worse, whoever gets turned to stone by this thing, it will block the path going forward, so that will change, presumably, the path after it has been, after like someone has begun, after someone's set out on that journey. So like you have to kind of build that into your expectations, that if there's a dude that is maybe, if say like there's 2 adventurers and the first one gets turned to stone, the second one will go around them once that first part of the path has been obscured. We could actually potentially kind of work that into this. Like, say for instance, if I put this fella here, I put this guy here, the first guy will get turned to stone, the second guy will have to go around. And there isn't currently another way around, I guess. So that would, I guess, like break the game or like make it unwinnable or something. Because I think they have to have some kind of way out. Stone blocks the path, can be destroyed. Unless they destroy it, but no, I think the idea is that it would block the path. We would need some kind of alternate route. I almost wonder, maybe it's not a good idea for me to mess with this. At the same time, this is the time for experimentation. Sexual or otherwise. Because I feel like they wouldn't let me put something in here that would, like, you know, have the risk of breaking something. Because what I'm guessing is that he'll turn around and want to go somewhere else. I think I should play it safe. I think I should play it safe and open up a route. And I think it's this right here. And I should move this. I think that's the play here. In fact, here, I can even narrow this down a little bit better. Oh, wait, no. That needs to be open, but I can put one there at least. Close things in a little bit. Be a little bit more maze-like, I suppose. It has to be stepped on. It damages for 5. And it petrifies on kill, right? So what I'm expecting is that this will instantly block the path. The stone blocks the path, can be destroyed, right? I'm just a little bit surprised that the game presumably was going to be okay with me putting this here with no other recourse. Oh, the problem is these will both fire at the same time, potentially. Oh, no. I don't think I want that. Okay. But that's, I think, easy to fix. I would have to, like... We want to route them this other way, then. So, just so I'm clear, if they were to start going this way, if they were to backtrack, there's... I don't think any way that leads back to the Minotaur from there. No, no. So, they wouldn't take that road, because that wouldn't lead them anywhere. They would have to go this way. And in fact, if I open that one up, there we go. That would allow them through. They would have to go up here, get got by that trap. There we go. So this is a bit of an experiment. This is how I'm expecting it to go. So I'm expecting it to go. I could be dead ass wrong. That is extremely possible. But this is the game straight up did say this is, you know, the experimentation is how you learn. Now, the thing that we have not accounted for is these two dudes. They'll walk in. One of them will get got by the spikes. Really, I could just put this anywhere. What about there? That's a good spike trap or a lure trap spot. Lots of coverage there. So long as this dude doesn't try to, like, go this way, and I really can't see any reason why he would, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. I like the little wispies that show, like, the direction. I just like the little details. I wonder if that means, yeah, 2 dudes. See, now it's only just 1. I'm wondering if there's significance. Because there are 2 guys coming from that way. Hold on. So if I look at the one that has 1 guy, does that show only 1 little wispy fella? It says no wispies. Receives some damage. It's risky, would deal a lot of damage, yeah. I wonder what the little wispy things are signifying. Oh, maybe it's from... Well, no, yeah. Maybe it's just the game's way of saying, oh, as a heads up, you got like 2 scary boys coming this way. Yeah, the one I'm most concerned about is this. I want to make sure that this works the way I think it will. That's the part I'm a little bit unsure about. But I am the definition of being somewhat confident. Let's roll it. Let's roll and see what happens. I've placed everything. Begin the hunt. The thing I'm by far the most curious about is this guy. Turns to stone. He attacks it. He attacks it. Okay. So when they say it blocks the path, it doesn't mean that the path is like... It's not like it blocks the path fully. It just delays the path. This is how we learn. So, what's his face will have to take some damage then. And there's nothing I can do about that, I don't think. I can't, yeah, I can't, like, destroy the walls or anything. So he's gonna have to take some hits then. Do it. And he will win. He'll take a little bit of damage, but it's fine. Everyone else should get got. Oh, sorry, I kind of interrupted the cutscene. But now we know. This is where you experiment. sexually or otherwise. We didn't quite get the full experience bonus because we took a bit of damage at the end, but we also got to see that when things need to get when things have to get ugly, Minotaur fella can throw down. And your remaining gold does get converted to gems, which is cool. Get a shit ton of experience. That's nice to see. Let's get some O-balls. O-balls. That's when, like, something unpleasant happens. And you go, oh, balls.
A message for Asterion. Message for Asterion. Hermes?
Oh, Hermes.
Approach the statue, Asterion.
My guy took some dammy dams. My guy's sad.
Asterion, I am here to relay a message for you.
How can this be? You are dead, Asterion.
Are you building a ship, Thesis?
Dead. But perhaps this labyrinth is a living death for you. Buried, suffocating, helpless to steal Crete's throne from me.
That's all. Farewell, Asterion.
Father, what does he mean? What throne?
Oh, my poor boy.
My boy.
You are not mine. Not by blood. Minos, the tyrant king. You are his greatest shame.
Hooray!
Ill-begotten and cast away.
Why? Why did you not tell me? How could you do this?
Did the horns not give it away, Broheim?
You your life. And life was all I had left to give you.
Down here with the rats and the worms is no life at all. I'm going home, Daedalus.
You're not my real dad, bro.
Or another.
Indeed, there was a way, but the cost would be terrible beyond words.
I've got a good feeling about unknown voice. Alright, let's get some experience. Eat some shrooms, gain some knowledge, forbidden or otherwise. Other shrooms I can ingest and or like inhale or something. Can I talk to the fella? Yep, that was a one-time thing. Head back to the base then. I guess it's a different base this time. Oh, because that was like, it's a different layer, I guess, is the idea. And this place sure is some kind of labyrinth. Sure is a labyrinthine place. Okay, there we go. It does kind of catch back up then. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of cool things to play with. So I can't get anything else new here at depth 3 or level 2, level 3, blah, blah, blah. That's when we get other fun things to play with here. Like, could do some meta progression. Or I could spend gems, specifically gems, to get some more toys to play with. I would say let's do the meta progression. We got a whole bunch of options. More health, never a bad idea. Move a little bit faster, which would only really be helpful during the action phase. And if I plan my moves out well, and of course I obviously will because I'm a fucking gamer, we won't have to move Asterion around during combat, but it can come in handy when things need to be clutch. Starting gold, it's just a flat amount, nothing super exciting. Starting items, that actually could be helpful. That actually could be very helpful, so I might go for that one. Excuse me. Spend an energy to gain 5% of blood needed for the sacrifice. I'm gonna guess energy is health? Energy is not health. So I guess I don't know what energy is in that sense. Yeah, so I think that'll be a thing for later on. Maybe certain things require energy to power them. Certain traps, that kind of thing. And then rearming. 9 seconds to rearm a device. To me, that seems like the most interesting. I think that's the most interesting. Let's go with one of those. You can rearm a device. Takes 9 seconds to do so, so you have to plan that into your estimate. How long it takes dudes to get from one place to the other. You can eventually make that rearm go quicker, probably, at least. I might just save up the rest. We could do that speed upgrade, but I think speed is not what I'm super concerned about just yet. The only fella on here that we could afford is the Backbiter. Activated only by the last enemy in a group. Activated by being stepped on. He's just like me, for real, for real. Yeah, I mean, that's good for onesie, twosie fellas, or, you know, only the last one in a group. Tempting. was gonna say, that's different from the standard spike trap. Winding spike trap. Every third counted enemy works continuously. That's kind of cool. Good for, like, large groups, of course. Seesaw. Oh, we have to activate it. Oh, interesting. Interesting. No rearm for this one. Right, right. That's an interesting one. I mean, we can't afford it. I'm just kind of shopping for future me to appreciate. Chuck, you never have to appreciate, or I'm sorry, you never have to apologize for a well-played pun. That's a pun I can definitely appreciate. I think I'll save my gems. And let's go into the next run. All right, we do that by going. Choice here. The 5 parties, average level size, at least depth of 2, 12 enemies, or actually no, 12 adventures and a second enemy type we've never seen. That second enemy type will have some presence no matter where we go. We can have a big party, or I'm sorry, big size. Big size. 8 parties. I think I'll stick with the 5. 25 and 50, 25 and 50. Level 2. It's really a question, do you want big level, or do you want average level? 11 and 12, 13 and 10. It really makes no difference. I'll take the average level. I'm an average level kind of guy, what can I say? I tell myself. And we have the same starting dealios. We can get more that came from. That's where you spend the in-game gold. The during the run gold. Oh, wait, no. Oh, okay, I thought that was the Medusa head at first. I'm glad we learned how the Medusa head works. Getting to actually try it out does reveal quite a bit. So the archers. There we go. A little bit more health. Usually in games like this, the archer is like a little bit squishier than like the standard adventurer or standard warrior, but they have a little bit more health. I wonder if they're faster. Speed of 170. And attack from a distance. They also resist fire very effectively. Good to know. Diggables, it says. Removed at the cost of our energy. Now, do I have energy? I don't think we do yet. Or, I mean, maybe we do, but we haven't seen that mechanic. Or I guess maybe we're getting it now, actually. Cool. Kind of do it right there. I'm going to guess that is unmovable. An immovable object. This is a much smaller level. I can appreciate it. Forces us to get creative. We're not in the middle anymore. We're out in the corner. That's me in the corner. Losing my Asterion. So, let's see. 1,000 speed. So, the standard adventurers, 170, 170. So, same speed. But yeah, rangers, more damage. They attack from a distance. They resist fire. And they have more health. So, overall, the archers are scaly. There's only one of them, though. There will be more. Oh, yes. There will be more. There's only 3 entrances here instead of the usual 4 that we had earlier. But yeah, a lot fewer trap thingy-majiggies. So we have to get, I think, a little bit more creative with this one. A lot of dead ends. Oh, these are the diggable spots. Right. Let's see how much energy. We have 5 energy right now. Oh, wow. A lot of this is very blocked up. Well, let's just do this one step at a time. So we can break these walls down, no problem. These are the immovable ones. Can't just break those down myself. So first and foremost, we'll put something there. Oh, never mind. I can't break that one. We have to dig, I guess, from here specifically. Yes. We need 3 thingamajiggies. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I have to make a wish first. I have no goals. Make a wish. Make a wish foundation. So, let's see. So the luring trap won't do it anymore. Well, it would for the warriors. It would for the warriors, but it wouldn't for the range fellows. Ballista, can't go wrong with one of those. Who doesn't love a good spike trap? And then I think I will take a luring trap with the expectation that we save that for the warriors, not for the range fellers. The range fellers go in first, so that's gonna be the higher priority for sure. So there's one really juicy one right there that we can use very easily. Won't really be able to use this one very well. Same with that one. In fact, if I kind of highlight what we have to work with here, we really need to do some kind of digging. My gut tells me that this is a pretty good low-hanging fruit. That one's already there, and that one's already there too. Let's have the fella dig some of these out. It takes 1 energy for each of these. So we could go... We can knock these out for sure. Oh, never mind. That's an unblockable one. Oh, but that we can break that one up. Cool. So if I dig these 3 out, we can suddenly use this guy. And then same thing with here. I have to break those 2 down. So let's do all that then. So, fella, you can do me the honors. We're getting some gems for our troubles, which is nice too. I wonder if I can also unearth some traps that we maybe hitherto would not have seen yet. Maybe not, but still that is useful. Get his ass back. So that opens up quite a bit. Oh, I just noticed that this... Well, I guess you can still... We don't necessarily have to use that spot then. Oh, but we do have to because it has to be... Yeah. How's about this? Let's put the ballista there. That'll quick snipe the archer fella. I'll quick snipe the archer. And then I can put a fella here. And also put this fella here. So it forces them around. That. Oh, wait. But this one still needs to be utilized. Right. Righto. Oh, right. That was why I opened this one up. What I would then do is something like that. There we go. That's what I like to see. So, Ballista's going to get the first guy. Everything from here on out is 3. Spike trap goes there. And the lure trap. Put that there. That'll guarantee whoever walks across that little corridor will be filled instantly. So again, the archer needs to be the one that got first. Has 5 health and resisting fire. Means he's a little bit hardier, but the ballista should make short work of his ass. With that 5 damage. So there we go. So, there we go. Let's go ahead and run it. See if my calculations are correct. Welcome back, Aleph. I'm feeling pretty good about this game. This game is good, and I think we're learning the ropes. Ballista slaps his ass. I could reload it. Disarm needs rearming. Oh, shit. No. Yeah. I wonder if, like, rearming means we have to send the fella to rearm. I guess I don't know how to rearm. Got by the spike trap, by the way. And he should get got by the lure. I love this thing. Blech. Oh, we get to see the blood offering here. Oh, that's gonna be good. Blood offering. Here we go. Oh, I was hoping it would come out. Yeah, it comes out of the guy's mouth. There we go. There we go, man. All right, so probably another ballista because those range fellows are probably going to become more and more numerous as time goes on. We're splitting it up into 2 hunting parties now instead of just 1, as expected. But we have more energy now. We got the replenishment, which means we can break down these walls, Mr. Gorbachev. Do we have the full 5? Oh, there we go. In my mind, I was like, yeah, what's the difference here? Yeah, I see what's going on. Cool. Of course, you have the shop now. Can't really afford much right now. We can eventually get the poison gas trap. That's exciting. Explosive injection? Excuse me? Oh, it's like poison damage. Wait, hold on. They explode. Oh, that's sick. I definitely want to play with that eventually, but we can't get that just yet. There can be friendly fire. So that's why you would want to move Asterion around, is so you could rearm the traps. And sometimes have interactions like that versus just kind of having him stay stationary. That makes sense. That makes sense. So, let's look at what we have right now. The archer will still get got. And we don't need the spike trap anymore. I'm going to take the spike trap and reuse that elsewhere. The archer will still get got. And the warrior, the adventurer, will still get got by the lure. So we don't have to change anything over there. That's all good in the hood. Over here... Another kind of same configuration. Archer and adventurer. I would say... You do something kind of similar. I can't break this one down. I'm going to have the Minotaur break these walls down, methinks. What I'll do is I'll break that one down, but open this one up. Oh wait, no, that wouldn't work. Because that one is you can't break that one down, unfortunately. So this one's just a dead end. Oh wait, no, never mind, never mind. So the color is slightly different. So yeah, I'm thinking about this more. Well, really, we could just utilize these two. Originally, I was thinking I'd just do something here, but we definitely need to utilize one of them. The problem is, like, this is a weird kind of like dead-end space, which is a little bit awkward. What I could instead do, this wall is breakable. I could open this little route. You know, I think that's the strat. I think that's the strat. Open this wall up. Have the fella dig these spots out. Yeah, what an odd little confluence here. This little nexus point that really is a dead end. I mean, you could utilize it, maybe, but that seems kind of awkward and kind of clunky to do. I almost wonder if that's kind of a weird, like if the developer were to see that and go, oh, the world gen wasn't supposed to do that. Like, I almost wonder if that's unintended. Obviously, it's all procedurally generated, so it's not like any of these levels are predetermined. But yeah, like, this seems very hard to work with right here, and it's already a bit of an oddly shaped level. It's already fairly small. So regardless, I'm gonna have our buddy dig these out. I've got a bit of extra juice. I've got one more tick. I would say eventually it would be nice to be able to get access to this stuff over here. So I'll go and crack one of those as well. Alright, getting back to the base. So I don't think I'm going to do anything with this for now, but what I will do is block that one. And I will put... Gotta be something spicy. The archer. Actually, really doesn't matter, because they both will die to both of these. Enough damage for both. So, same situation here. The archer will get got by the ballista. Move that fella there, and the warrior, the adventurer, will get got by the luring trap. These guys, the archer will get hit by the ballista as well. And then the adventurer will get hit by the spike trap. So we're good. Begin the hunt. Let it roll, baby. He'll get hit almost at the same time. Yep. There they go. He says, nope. And the other guy says, easy now. Get hit by the spike trap first. Blech. Then he'll get lured by the siren song of the lure trap. Oh, voices. Oh, Jesus. Wave defeated. Very good. Very good. Very good. Almost enough to afford a freebie. There's a one fella there, a one fella there, and let me guess. Oh, okay, so no rangers. All adventurers, which are much easier to work with. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have the same number of traps. I don't even know if we have to change anything here. This might be plenty. Let's see. So, okay, I'm full of shit. We do have to change one thing here. So I'm going to move the spike trap here. These guys will both go this way. One will get got by the spikes. The other one will get lured by the lure trap. We're all set there. This guy will get quick sniped by the ballista. This guy will get quick sniped by the ballista. We didn't really have to change much. If there were multiple dudes here, I'd be concerned about one of them kind of stepping on this trap prematurely before these guys can get to it, but nah, I think we're okay. And they're much closer anyway. Yeah, unless there's anything else. I guess the only other thing really is to, just continue digging these things out since we got the energy for it. And then there's no traps there to work with. I guess after a certain point, we're just kind of looking for just things to crack open. This path could actually be kind of interesting. I'll go ahead and spend some points to free that up, even though I can't do all of it, obviously. But that could eventually be interesting for us. I'll leave it as it is right now, though. Begin the hunt. Real quick and easy round. Ilif says, give me that nut. I'm always happy to nut for our homies, man. Nut for the bros, man. Nutting for the boys. A mesmerizing tune. Oh, and I'm dead. Oh, is probably what he said when he died. New shop. Or new items in the shop, that is. And blood. Blood! It's fun. I like the blood. So... Man, spike traps are so unexciting, but they're so reliable, man. Old reliable. Yeah. I think fire traps will be great when we inevitably find bad guys that are weak to fire. I'm sure that's probably going to happen eventually. Spike trap. All the way. All the way. So these guys, of course, resist fire a bunch. They resist fire damage. I'm a little bit surprised that archers and adventurers give you the same amount of money on death, given that really archers are just like stronger adventurers. They can attack from afar. They do more damage. They have more health, and they get fire resistance. There's nothing that an adventurer does better than an archer. They have the same speed. What's this mean? This thing rot cheer. What am I doing? Link, unlink. Huh. I wonder what that is, actually. One here, too. Oh, it's a thing. Rotator. Oh, okay. I thought maybe it's something I could build. Freely rotate in preparation. Oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, you could have, like, things to redirect the flow of the floor. That's sick as hell. Like pressure plates. That's why you'd want to fuck with pressure plates. I got it, dude. I got it. I'm learning. Is this like Dungeon Keeper? It's definitely different. There's some overlap with this in Dungeon Keeper. Some overlap. Dungeon Keeper, for one thing, this is a roguelike, so, you know, the procedural generation and the randomness is a big one. I think in Dungeon Keeper, things are fairly bespoke. This one is like... It's a little bit more, maybe, dare I say, limited in scope than Dungeon Keeper. At least right now, so far, each trap generally will kill one dude. Or can damage maximum one dude before it needs to be reset. So, and you're kind of limited in where you can place traps. Some traps can only get placed on trap slots. Others can be placed specifically in dead ends. Like, you're a little bit limited in where you can place things. And to me, Dungeon Keeper... is like you have like whole campaigns. This one is like the rounds are a lot shorter and kind of bite-sized. It's really more of a, I would say it's more of a puzzle game than a strategy game. And I don't say that dismissively. It's not that it's a bad thing. I think it's very good, but the scope is different between the two. So the vibe is similar. You know, you're the bad guy. Well, I mean, you could make the argument that the Minotaur is you know a persecuted individual who did nothing wrong. You know, the adventurers are setting out to kill him for fame and glory, and he's just a dude in an unfortunate circumstance. But generally speaking, yeah, you're going against the heroes, the adventurers. So like the vibe is similar, but yeah, the overall kind of what the game is gunning for is quite different than Dungeon Keeper. But yeah, if you enjoyed Dungeon Keeper, I would say you would probably enjoy this, just because there's enough of that overlap, I think, to tickle the same fan base. So as far as what I want to do here, so we have 5 dudes total. I have 1 extra trap in my inventory. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 down, so I only need to place 1 more thing. As it is right now, this will guarantee a kill against this lad. Didn't do anything else there. So this path is set. I'm actually going to move this. Let's just extract that out real quick, because I want to make sure I save things like the ballistas to specifically attack the ranged fellas, because they have more health. I guess it doesn't matter, really, because we also have the spike traps, which also do the same amount of damage. Actually, they do even more damage than the ballistas. So to that end... yeah, these guys will attempt to go this way. Yeah, I think we're going to want to change this around quite a bit, actually. I'm going to... Oh, can you get that one, please, fella? Hello? How do I do it? Click. Something is... do we not have the energy? We should have the energy. Do I have to click him specific? Oh, I have to click him. There we go. There we go. Open that one up. And I'm tempted... You know what? Yeah, let's go and open these up too. I got 2 spots left. This one isn't as useful right now, but we can't clear all this one out yet. And it really doesn't matter, I guess, because those will be the next obvious priorities anyway. I'll go and open these up, even though they're not as, like, immediately beneficial. It's still nice. It's still a nice to have. But, yeah, so I think what we'll do... When this guy waltzes over, he'll get got by the lure, which is good. Yeah, I think... The more I'm thinking about it... That's not gonna work. He needs to get got by the lure first. For this to work. I could put this here. He walks in, immediately gets charmed by the lure, and gets his penis sliced off. And that does free up this guy to walk across the spike trap, and that'll be enough damage to kill. So we can do that. And that one stays still. So the only one gives me a little bit of pause is this one. And unfortunately, there's just not enough open slots here. So for this guy, I think I will reroute him. That's what I'll... Or them. I'll reroute both of them, that is. So it's 2 fellers. Actually... There we go. Look at that. Look at that. That works too. Because then I can just put the ballista here. Oh, I gotta rotate it though. There we go. Put that there. And spike trap goes here. Whoops. Bam. That should be good. That forced them on that route. Yeah. Ballistas everywhere. Spike traps aplenty. Still get that lure, which will still be, well, alluring, as it were. Think we're all set? Think we're all set? What's up? Oh, also we're playing MINOS. MINOS, Hands of Fate, as we were saying yesterday. It's real. It's a real video game. Can you believe it? No, no Hands of Fate, but there are Minotaurs. Well, actually, right now we're like the teenage Minotaur. We're like the little baby Minotaur, Asterion. So, we're still baby mode. But we are killing adventurers. And that part's pretty cool. Let's roll it. So, he'll get immediately lured and get murdered. This person gets shot. Person gets spiked. You get spiked. And you should get shot as well. Headshot. There we go. Wave defeated. Blood. Alright, stay with me now. Stay with me. The blood! The blood ritual has commenced. The thing is, the luring trap and the fire trap are both not good against non-rangers. I feel like I shouldn't take one of these. We have enough things that I think are good against the rangers, as long as they don't give us only rangers. They did give us only adventurers earlier. I'm gonna have to be boring here and take the ballista. Because there's a very good chance. Oh my fuck, I'm so glad I did. Now, we still would have probably been okay. We still would have probably been okay, but I'm glad I played it safe. Because we need things that are guaranteed to take out the rangers. That is absolutely what we need. Speaking of things we need, I'm thinking more about what we could foreseeably do up here. Because the problem is I can't break any of these walls. Much like those cuffs, I can't break those walls. I can break this wall and build a new one. Like, that's easy peasy. But the problem is, if I put this block here, it's like there's nowhere for them to go. How do I direct them here? Without railroading, actually without making the game unplayable. You can't just block them in. They need a viable path here. So, since these are all unbreakable, to me it's like this whole little corner, this little quadrant is a waste. So unfortunately, as much as it'd be cool to do something with this, I just don't think it's in the cards for us. So really, it's almost like this, which is a bummer because there's 2 trap slots and a rotator here that would be really cool to play with, but I just don't think there's a way for us to utilize that right now. It's a bummer. Now, what you could do is put a lure down. And I guess that's the thing, if you put a lure down, you could do other cool shit. So I guess it's not useless, but it's a harder sell. It's a harder sell. So, what I'm finna do, with the energy that we have available to us, I'm gonna go and plop this stuff down. And since I've got the extra energy anyway, just because it could get us some meta progression nuggets, I'll go ahead and bop a couple of these as well. And break 2 of them. I was hoping for gems, but money's nice too. Money's nice too. I guess I think if I find myself coming up short, I could always purchase something from the shop. Although we've done pretty well this round, I don't think we've actually made any purchases from the shop yet. Have I? I don't think we have. So it's to kind of take a stock of what we got here. This one obviously wouldn't work because the lure wouldn't kill that lad, but the lure would kill this lad. I think what I would do, take this back, and I would... Oh, sorry. That would be a little bit clunky. I would really want to make sure this guy gets got first. I'd probably put that there. That ensures that the adventurer who has the right amount of damage... Oh, wait, am I full of shit? Oh, I'm full of shit. These guys... Oh, wait. 4 health. I was looking at damage, not in health. Okay, so yeah, they have 4 health. I was gonna say, will the lure actually kill these guys? No, it does 4 damage. These guys have 5 health. They do 4 damage, but they have 5 health. These guys have 4 health. They have 3 damage. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that would be able to kill the first lad, and then the ranger would get caught by the spike trap. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. This is more complicated, though. He'll get hit by the arrow trap. I'm gonna move this one. Because I'm assuming once this fires, he can still walk over that panel. Yeah, so they'll get hit. They'll get hit. Yeah. These ones are where I'm a little bit concerned. We have 1 spot here, and 1 spot there as well. I don't know if we have enough stuff for this to, like, truly make use of this. We have the 1 spike trap. Oh, you know what? I think I might be in a situation where I have to make a purchase, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in my inventory right now. So yeah, we need 1 more trap, no matter how we slice this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I have to make a purchase then. Okay, that's fine. I suppose... Okay, so yeah, there are some options. We can definitely do this. There's 1 spot there and 1 spot there. So this being unusable does not screw us. The downside is I feel like this... Like this configuration is a little bit clunky. We can get 1 dude up there, 1 dude there. The thing is, I think I might want to reroute. Instead of having one of these guys get got by this one. Have him get got somewhere else. Actually, no. Have him get got by this thing. Yeah, in fact, what I might even just do is just move that guy. Oh, whoops. That there. But I'm thinking... That's a weird one. How do I ensure that they hit this one? Yeah, because he can't go through the middle of this. We can't burrow through that guy. I think what we'll need to do, put this up here, build a wall here, and force them this other way. I think something like that. Oh, wait. There we go. Something like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So let's kind of take stock of this. And again, we still need to make some kind of purchase. But I think... Yeah, actually, hold on. If I just do this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That all works. That all works. So I just need to place something here that would be able to murder... Oh, I just realized the third one is an adventure, and those guys are a lot squishier. Those are easier to kill, generally speaking. So we don't actually need anything that fancy. Shifting passage, which is cool. Kills the third counted enemy. It's continuous, which is neat. I mean, it'd be it's tempting to, like, play with a new thing. Kills the third counted enemy, but how does it kill exactly? That's one thing I'm a little bit unsure about. Yo, what's up, Alias? Good to see you, man. And oh, thank you for the raid as well, man. Thank you, bud. We're playing a cool little game. This is MINOS. It just came out tonight. It's a dare drop campaign and everything. It's a Devolver Digital published game, and Devolver Digital is one of my favorite publishers. My favorite. So the fact that they're on dare drop makes me very happy. Makes me very, very happy. Super Habit. I wonder if that's a person or if that's like an actual screen name. That's adorable. I love that. Were you playing more Mugenics tonight, bud? That's actually hilarious. I'd be amazed if there was a person named Super Habit and they're live right now. That'd be incredible. Playing some more Mugenics. Well, I've definitely seen the You've Been Live, and I've definitely seen You've Been Live at some later hours of the evening than you're used to, but I haven't seen any, like, 26-hour mega streams from Alias, so I'll assume that, like, you're still enjoying it, but but some moderation is being exercised, because I was endlessly entertained this past Sunday when it was like a quick bonus stream, uptime 23 hours. So I was like, this fucking guy, oh my god. But he still had the energy to game with us. That's what's up, man. That means he's a homie. A homie for sure, man. Okay, yeah. I'm impressed that I've never tried to do that. I've never tried to raid an offline account. I mean, presumably Twitch would be like, are you sure? Like, presumably there would be some kind of warning. But that is delightful. Alias, though, as always, if you have any clips to share, I'm super down. I'm super downsies if you got anything for us, man. Always loving to see what you're up to. I mean, of course, you're welcome to share a Mugenics clip if you'd like. Even though I've watched a decent bit of the game, there's still a lot of the mechanics that kind of go over my head just because I'm like, I just see pretty numbers. I don't know what the fuck's happening. But I do enjoy the game. And, of course, the general weirdness, McMullen kinds of things that... I mean, it's a McMullen game, so it's going to be fucking weird and wildly inappropriate and grotesque. And I love it. I fucking love that shit, man. But no, this is like a dungeon keeper, tower defense kind of game. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little game. We've already played with spike traps and ballistas, but shifting passage, I'm wondering like how exactly that works. It's 8 damage, which is cool. And that could be good for killing the last dude. In the group, in this case, there's 3 of them. The problem, I go back, like, yeah, this should be the last phase, actually. So if there was ever a time to play with this, I mean, I say let's go ahead and try it. Let's go ahead and get one of them and see what happens. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what happens. Set of walls moves back and forth. Maybe it's like one of those where it's like, it like crushes. I'm just not sure how it damages. We know it does 8 damage. Like the moves shift back and forth, yeah. Let's buy it and just see what happens. So we're in one of these we're in one of these instances where we're the Minotaur. We're actually, if you're familiar with Greek mythology, we're like the young Minotaur lad. We're still Asterion. We're still like young teenage Asterion. Not like a big buff Minotaur lad yet, at least. And you have heroes, or at least adventurers, that are trying to kill your ass for fame and glory and treasure, that kind of thing. And there's the Minotaur in the center of the labyrinth. Again, Greek mythology being the center of kind of the story here. It's up to us to design the labyrinth in such a way that leads the bad guys, or rather lures the bad guys in to try to kill our ass, but we kill them with traps along the way. Now, Astarion himself can fight, and he's like kind of squishy, but he's not completely defenseless. But ideally, you want to hit him with the traps before they get close. And of course, the whole idea is that you want to lure them in. You can build walls like pretty freely. You can remove walls freely as well. Mostly, some walls are unbuildable or unbreakable, like these guys. So there are some limitations. But generally, whoops, put that back where it was. Generally, you can build walls pretty freely, but you can't just be like, oh, let me just block the entrance. Let me just like, oh, sorry, you can't go there, sorry. Because then it's like, well, if there's no way for them to reach the Minotaur, they're not going to enter, and you're not allowed to begin the hunt. So you have to make it not impossible for them to enter. You have to kind of guide them in a path that maximizes them taking more damage. And with this particular round, we have archers and adventurers. Adventurers are like the baby starting fellers. And archers have more health, they do more damage, and they are resistant to fire. Same speed, which is good, but they are scary for sure. So looking at what we've got right now, we've got these ballistas set up, and we got some spike traps, and we have this cool luring trap, which lures dudes whenever they walk along these squares that are on the ground there. The downside is the luring trap only does 4 damage, and the rangers have 5 damage. The adventurers have 4, so that kills an adventurer for sure. So kind of looking what I've got right now. These ballistas do enough damage to kill anything we've got right now. So these guys, they'll start on this path. We've kind of built a path here. This guy will get got by this first ballista, which will slap him. The second dude, I think, will not get got by this ballista, but will get got by the spike trap. So we're good there. So that should take out both these guys. I think the way the ballista works is that if they approach it from the side, they go past it. But if they walk in front of its line of sight, then they get sniped. So and I think that's what's going to happen with up here. They come down, the adventurer that's in front will get ensnared by the lure, and I think we'll be good there. In fact, he'll get ensnared quickly, and actually, I guess they should both die pretty quickly, because what's going to happen is that the adventurer will get ensnared by the lure, and the archer behind him gets got by the spike trap. That's an instant kill for sure. Now, the tricky thing is these three fellas right back this way. 3 fellas. There's something we need to do here. I'm going to put the spike trap right there. Because, again, these guys have more health. So you need to make sure these guys get got by something quickly. This spike trap is going to kill this guy first. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a little bit closer. So spike trap's going to kill him first. So there'll be the second guy that walks across this will walk undamaged. A spike can damage one guy once per round. So that is a limitation you have to work around. You can't, like, get multiple hits from one trap in most cases. The second guy will come along, and he'll get hit by this thingy right here. However, I'm thinking more about this. I just bought this thing. Wait, no, hold on. Does it have to be placed on a... Oh, it does not. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. If I've done my job right... See, how do you get to build this? I guess you build it... Can I rotate it? Can't, like, rotate... Oh, I think I see. Okay. This does complicate things a little bit. So now I know how this thing works. So I'm trying to find a way to ensure that all 3 adventurers walk over this thing, and it kills the third dude instantly. Moves back and forth when every 3 enemies pass through, kills the third counted enemy. That's kind of what we're at right now. I'm like trying to understand how this new trap works. I could have just bought one of the ones I already know about, but I'm kind of trying to find opportunities to understand the new traps, which is exciting. Anyway, that's what we're working with right now. Late night bowl of cereal, that does sound nice, Aleph. What's your go-to bowl of cereal, Aleph? Because I know everyone's got different opinions. I haven't eaten cereal in like 5 or 6 years, and I miss it. I like cereal, but I just, for health reasons, I chose not to. But back when I did eat cereal, I was a Honey Bunches of Oats guy. Honey Bunches of Oats was my jam. And we got Bonanza. Thanks for joining in, Bonanza. It's good to see you, bud. Let's see what Elias has for us as far as his clippies go. The clippies. Got some good goofy ones. I like the goofy ones. I'm down for the goofs. Give me the goofs. What about eating with almond milk? Actually, no, it's not the milk issue. Because you're right. There's dairy-free milk options out there. Now, the reason I've avoided eating cereal for health reasons is just because, you know, it's kind of sugary. You know, it's at least cereal here in the States is not always the most healthy breakfast option out there. So, you know, just trying to find things I can remove from my diet that still allow for some indulgences, but other indulgences can kind of go by the wayside. And I enjoy cereal and I miss it, but I don't miss it enough where I'm like, I do like my 1 egg sandwich, like a single egg scrambled with like 2 slices of toast. That's kind of been my breakfast for the last 5 or 6 years or so. And that's been working out well for me. So that's what I've been substituting instead. And I just find it just gives me, like, having something sugary in the morning isn't as much of my thing as I've gotten older. Something more savory as a way to start the day has been been in my neck of the woods, more up my avenue, up my alley, as it were. Anyway, here's the clip from Alias. He says it turns quickly.
Everyone's fine, Chad. Everyone's fine. God
Broken
fucking
rib.
damn it.
Everything was fine until the broken rib happened. -1, -1, -1.
Everyone's fine, Chad. Everyone's fine.
Broken
God
rib.
fucking damn it.
And I'm guessing, I don't know if he's dead, but he's just like collapsing at least. And then here's the other one.
I got more help than you.
Look at that big fella.
on these.
Blood magic.
Maybe I hit you.
An undulating finger. It's a grave worm. Oh my god.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That was wild. I see all the -1s. I'm guessing that harmed your fella. Oh, here we go. Here's his health up here. Yeah, Polo. But that's the thing. It's like, just kind of tank that shit, right?
Maybe I hit you.
That was ridiculous, but I kind of love it. I'm impressed by the splash damage. So yeah, it's harming him for sure. But he tanks that shit, man.
Fucking Christ.
He tanks that shit. Fucking ping pong bullshit or pinball bullshit right there. So here's the one I really, man, here's the good shit. I like the good shit. Miss. Miss. Spider kitten. Miss. Oh, gaming. Miss. Fuck you. Miss. Do it. Will they miss too? I guess they have no range attacks. If it works.
Just don't get
Kill.
hit. It's very simple. All you have to do is never ever get hit.
Yeah.
And it's an easy
Just
game.
choose not to take damage. It's that simple. Just choose not to take damage. Everything just kind of works that way, man. It just works. Todd Howard. I liked all this, but I really liked the Bouncy Boy clip. That was by far my favorite. I liked all of them. Equipment broke. Other cat died. Yeah, that was a good one. I like that second one a lot. The Bouncy Boys are hellish. Oh, we're from a hellish challenge run. Solo run. I remember you were saying at one point that some of the cats work well for solo runs, which is satisfying. I imagine like doing a solo run probably is really hard in some ways, but if you can build around it, then you can probably do some really interesting things with it. I'm glad you're still enjoying the game. I was just talking, so I went in the office today, and I was talking with some of my coworkers, and, you know, we're all a bunch of fucking nerds, so we're all talking video games, and I was saying how, like, yeah, I have a couple buddies who've been, like, going hard on Mugenics, and I always feel weird, especially talking, like, you know, at the office, where I'm mostly surrounded by video game nerds, but not everybody there is a video game nerd, so I'm loudly saying, yeah, my friends love Mugenics. I have to really enunciate what I'm saying, as I don't want to make it sound like I'm friends with eugenicists. It's like, no, Mugenics with the M sound. It's a video game. Because, you know, the fucking boomer across the across the aisle hears me and goes, did you hear what the fuck Alex was saying? What the shit? But again, it's not a McMuffin game. It's not a McMullen game if there's not some, like, fucked up shit happening. Because it's also one of those games, you know, that's how Binding of Isaac always was, right? Binding of Isaac was always one of those games where it's like, you try to describe the game to somebody who's never played it or never seen it, and you sound like a deranged lunatic. Or you're having a conversation with somebody about the game, and someone overhears you, and again, you're gonna sound like a fucking unhinged psychopath. It's like, yeah, bro, yeah, did you get the I got the exploding poop. I got the exploding poop, and it's synergized with the aborted fetus. And then I stabbed my mom with the knife and killed her, and people will be like, FBI? So, anyway. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, Alias. Thank you for that raid. And shoutouts to, shoutouts to Super Habit. It sounds like I need to invent like an alter ego. I've joked about how, so there's a content creator whose name is, I think his name right now is the Happy Hob. Happy Hob, H-O-B. And his screen name used to be the Happy Hobbit. And he was one of these like Souls game challenge run streamers, where he would do like no-hit runs for the Soulsborne games. Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, those kinds of things. And I think he was fairly he gained some notoriety by doing one of the first really big multi-Dark Souls challenge runs, where it was like a no-hit run across Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and maybe Bloodborne. I can't remember. This was years ago. And it was like a big deal. He was featured on gaming journalism sites. It was pretty cool. So his name was attracting attention. And, you know, those of us in the biz, in the know, you sometimes will hear the phrase, the Eye of Sauron notices you. If you're maybe doing something that involves emulating a video game, or something that is maybe rubbing up against the TOS of something noteworthy, as long as you're small time, the Eye of Sauron won't notice you. So you can, like, get away with skirting the line a little bit. But in this very proverbial case here, the Eye of Sauron noticed the Happy Hobbit doing these runs, and Hobbit is technically a copyright-protected term that if the Tolkien estate wants to pursue, they have the legal means to do so. And they chose to do this with the Happy Hob. They didn't, like, straight up sue him or anything, but he basically received a note saying, hey, we've caught wind of your internet presence. We think you're a cool dude, but we would gently request that you not use the word Hobbit and use something else. And as the story goes, he theorized with his mods and some close confidants and chose the name the Happy Hob instead of the Happy Hobbit. So anyway, I've joked about, like, this will never happen to me, but if there was ever a situation where I found the need to rebrand, I would do, like, I don't know, Superb Halfling or something that is not no copyright protected terms. Superb Halfling, elevated short guy, I don't know. Anyway, so let's get back into this one, friends. Thank you again, Alias, for that rate, and thank you for sharing the goofy ass clips with us. You know I'm always down for that kind of shit. Always down, baby, always down. So we need to change this around a decent bit, and I need to, like, make sure I'm using this guy correctly. Now, when they say rotate, I was hoping I could rotate and go like, and like rotate counterclockwise. It looks like I can only shift one or the other, which is a little bit unfortunate. In my mind, in my mind's eye, I was kind of hoping I could put it on one of these, like, kind of vertical spots here. But maybe that's just kind of the idea there. So if I put this here, for instance. Yeah. So the idea is when you walk across this, set of walls moves back and forth every 3. Yeah, so it's like if it steps on, yeah, works based on a counter, doesn't discharge, or does disarm rather, doesn't kill, it will turn to rubble, does 8 damage. I need to ensure that all 3 dudes walk across this thing. And that's the thing. It has to be before that spike trap. I'm noticing I can't place it here. Oh, maybe it's because of the rotator fella. Yeah, maybe what if I break those things? Or if I break that too, for that matter. Maybe that'll open things up a bit. So I can't put it there. I think oh yeah, it's exactly because of the rotator fella, I think. That's exactly why. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Meerkat? Call it the 3 quarterly. I like that. I like that one. That's good. So I could put the rotator fella. Oh wait, hold on. Can I not rotate this? Oh shit! Didn't mean to put him actually there. You go back. Well, I actually can't rotate this one myself. Really rotate it in preparation. Oh, because the walls are indestructible, I think. I guess the walls have to be open. Oh, goddamn, I keep clicking on me too. Put him back. I thought I saw there was another spot somewhere where there was a rotator fella. I think that was in the previous level. Oh, shit. Wrong button. Yeah, I think it was the previous level we had the rotating boys. So that's not going to do it. Suppose I have enough money to afford another purchase, do I? No, I do not. Now, I could put a pressure plate on. I'm a little bit concerned, though. If I can't... So they say freely rotate in preparation mode, which is where we are right now. Oh, you have to hit tab. That's why. Oh, wait, no. That is linked to something. Right. Okay, that's at least kind of nice. Can I rotate the... Oh! Oh, you can rotate the whole ass thing, dude. I thought it was just like the little pieces. Okay, well, that changes everything. That changes everything. I thought, because in my mind, I was like, this whole quadrant is useless. Now, it is not useless. And actually, for that matter, I should have him knock this one out. Oh, except he can't. He can't, because we're out of juice. Never mind. Okay. That makes me feel less like a dum-dum. Okay. That frees up quite a bit, then. That frees up quite a bit. So, we can absolutely lean on this one getting sniped here. And... I think I want to still allow the... Actually, no, I could even do that even sooner. Yes, yes. Now I'm scheming. Now I'm scheming. Thinking more about this guy. Yeah, still can't place it on the rotator itself. Rotator, but I hardly even know her. I put that there. And then remove this guy. The way this should work is that all 3 of them will step on this fella. And the 3rd guy will get got by it when he steps on it. And I'd have to move this one too. Which is kind of a bummer. Because those 2 are very convenient. Their placements. But we definitely need all 3 dudes to step on this thing. Thinking about these dudes up here. There's these 2. He still gets got. He still gets got. So we're still fine there. So that'll kill, for sure, the adventurer. What I'm concerned about is that this one... Yeah, let me think about this. Get got by the first one, and really, like Spike Trap, oops, would kill the second one of these guys. We don't really have anything else here for this adventuring party. We would kind of really need to utilize one of these things in some way, and I don't think there's like a limit to the range of those traps. What I think I'd maybe like to do is repurpose one of these. Oh no, it's not even a matter of repurposing. It's a matter of where else is it going to go. I could open up this wall, and that would allow us to use this spike, or this trap point. Still the same problem though. This is a bit of a weird one that we've kind of stumbled into here. But this is the kind of like brain thinky puzzle that I think games like this kind of thrive on. Are there other configure? Yeah, it's really this or Or those walls are vertical. And if we make them vertical like that, not much we can do with them. As far as placing this trap. And we really have to use this trap against these dudes. Has to go there. And for whatever reason, I can't move this there. I can move that there. But I can't put that one there. I guess I could... That. Oh, actually, no, I cannot, actually. Oh, I think it can't overlap with the spike, is the issue there. And it does function as a wall. Yeah, that's the thing. I'd have to, like, open this up. Which is doable. That is doable. I'm really bummed, though. I'm really bummed that I can't rotate... I can only flip. I can only flip horizontally. I don't think there's a way to... Wait. Oh, no, what'd I just do? Set all devices. Oh, shit. Back to inventory. Okay, well, that's... I don't think it actually reset anything. I think we're fine. Maybe if you, like, double-click it. Or maybe... I think you have to hold it. Yeah, you have to hold it. Okay, good. I thought maybe that was a rotate option. That does kind of limit things, which is a little bit unfortunate. So, yeah, the fact that I can't place that over a spiky thing is a bummer. I'm gonna build this anywhere. Thing, we can't put that on a trap. We can't put a trap there because we have to make sure that they get got by this. But the nice thing about putting it there... You know what? That might just be the key here. Put a wall there, and a wall here, and even a wall here, and open this one up. That way, we can leave this one open. All three of them will indeed walk over this. That guarantees that the third guy will get murdered. We're still in a similar kind of spot, though. We still need one more thing to kill the last, the second dude. Or I guess the third guy, really. We could place, like, an arbalest, or a ballista there, which is all fine and dandy. We need something else that could reach them. My brilliant idea of riding them this way still doesn't really hold much water. I think we're better off riding them down this way. It might be one of those where I move our guy here. Oops. I have this facing down. Yeah. And as they get close to approach our fella, gonna get him away just to make sure he doesn't get sniped. Because they do have range damage is the thing. I would make sure they don't get line of sight on me. Yeah, they'll get sniped the second they, like, walk into that spot. So I think we can just be hanging out there. So that should work. So let's kind of retrace our steps here. All three of them walk across this panel right here. The third guy, the third guy gets fucking murdered to death. The second dude gets hit by the spike trap. Third guy gets murdered by the ballista. That means, obviously, that one is claimed. This one is claimed, and this one is claimed by this group. So, boop, boop, boop. All three of those only used once against those fellers. There's two here. First one gets got by the lure. Second one gets got by the spike trap. There's two here. First one gets shot here. Second one gets shot... uh-oh. Second one gets shot. Uh-oh. There is, I think... I'm coming up short on something. What am I coming up short on? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 traps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bad guys. So I should have exactly enough. I think I've placed something such that it's not actually going to fire. This one. I think... oh, wait, no, hold on. No, never mind. Oh, yeah, this is... I think as long as I do one of these, I think that should do it. Because the way... Actually, you know, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter. As long as... Yeah, you know what? I think it doesn't. I think it's fine. Here's my reasoning. So, it's almost like a race condition. We don't know who's going to reach it first. Either the second one. The first one will get got by this ballista. Either the second guy will get past that first one and get past this guy too. And either hit this spike trap or hit that ballista. Because whoever hits this line of sight first, which will be probably this one here, will get got by it, and the spike trap will get whoever's last. So I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I know this was a lot of planning, and it's probably kind of boring as hell to watch me kind of deliberate here, but I think we've got it. I think we've got it. I think this is the last round, too. Let's fucking roll it, baby. So... he'll get lured. He gets sniped. He gets spiked. He gets crushed. There we go. So that's not going to shoot him, but it will shoot you. Good. He'll get past that guy, get got by the spikes. Whoa. Never seen him stop like that. That's weird. I guess it's like he's just inspecting it. He gets hit by the spikes. The last guy gets sniped by the ballista. So we kind of went very far out of our way to utilize that cool new trap. Oh, he's still able to reach us. Oh, damn. There we go. I'm surprised they can shoot diagonally. But they can shoot diagonally. Now we're learning. I figured it was like on a grid. Kind of makes sense. Also, I appreciate that he was like, he said die monster, but in my mind, I heard it as die monster. You don't belong in this world. Was that a shake the box? Right. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. That's so nice of you, man. We got Abel. What's up, Abel? Yeah, exactly, Abel. I'm the same dude. I'm not the same dude. I'm not the same. No, it's good to see you, Abel. And thank you, Shake the Box, for that raid as well, my man. We just had Alias raid us like moments earlier. Alias said he tried to raid me, but he typed in, he raided Super Habit, Habbit, and I don't even know if that's a real person, but he's like, I don't know where I sent my homies to, man. So we had Alias chilling with us a little bit earlier. And now we got the Shake the Box man popping it as well. Thank you very much, my dude. Were you playing more of that Mugenics? He was. Oh, wait, no, he was doing Ratcoin, dude. I love the clip you shared with us the other night where you were trying to lose the run intentionally and you fucking, like, broke the game and lagged it out with so many saw blades. You're doing some Mugenics tonight and Ratcoin. Some good stuff, man. Very good stuff. That Ratcoin game looks so fucking dope, man. Every time I see it, I'm always like, dude, the temptations. The temptations are luring me in. And Shake, as always, if you have any clips of yours to share, I'm always down to see what you're up to. He's got the goods. Oh, 2 Men 1 Spire, my favorite YouTube video. Or YouTube, my favorite internet video. 2 fellas, 1 spire. A nice slaying experience.
Listen, man, I gotta pay attention, gotta play all the cards in the right order.
Uh-huh, he's gonna do it good. Full confidence.
It's like the one time it doesn't matter, he's not attacking.
Well, it matters if I signal boost into, like, don't lose your block. Alright, I can draw a card.
Don't lose your block.
Oh my god.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Is he gonna do it? He played 3 curses.
Oh my god, it just burned through every curse? Wow! Boo! Listen, man,
Hold on, what were the curses? Hold on.
Is he gonna do it?
Oh my god.
The top, right. So we didn't know what the draw pile was going to be. Yeah, I guess you know what cards haven't been, well, you can surmise what cards haven't been drawn, but you don't know the order necessarily. So it was risky. So hold on, it was, oh, I see. Does it cost energy? Oh, it costs, so it just burned through your shit?
Is he gonna do it? He played 3 curses.
Oh my god, it just burned through every curse? Wow!
He's out of juice. Oh, well, no, he was going to be out of juice anyway. I see. Yeah. Okay. I see where that was going. You know, normally when Shake raids me and shares a clip for with a roguelike I'm less familiar with, I'm like, well, I don't know what happened, but I saw pretty colors and pretty numbers, but I've actually played this one with the homies. And yeah, I can surmise that those curses just burn through your shit. Yeah, because like you were hoping the draw pile was going to do something cool. Instead, it was literally all curses all the way down. And it probably made you want to curse out loud. Very good. Very good, man. Yo, what's up, Ace? Right. Competitive, habitual mechanisms, that kind of thing. All your energy just to, like, juice the curses, which are gone, right? But you played nothing, so it's like, well, the curses are out of my draw pile, which is great, but this round's gonna suck dick, and not the good kind. Not the good kind of experience. Thank you for that raid, man. Thank you very much. We're playing MINOS. This game just went live tonight. It is or today, rather. It is a Devolver Digital game, one of my favorite publishers. Devolver, they tend to not exclusively publish bangers, but most of the games they publish tend to be pretty good. And this one's a pretty interesting one. It's like a puzzle. It's kind of like a mix between, say, Dungeon Keeper and one of those games where you have to, like, route, say, I don't know, water through canals or route electricity through electrical grids. You're, like, routing things through routes to optimize maximum efficiency or maximum something, but it's like a Dungeon Keeper game. So instead of routing electricity or water flow or energy, blah, blah, you're routing adventurers through a labyrinth to murder them. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and it starts off real easy.
It was forged by Hephaestus himself. A maze of mazes. Forever
amazing,
shifting and changing. Merciless to invaders, yet beneficent to its masters.
Then it really is alive?
It learned to obey me. It will learn to obey you too. But only because it wishes to.
So it will keep us safe. Protect us always.
Alas, not even Labyrinthos may defy the gods forever.
So it starts off pretty easy, but I've been noticing a pretty substantial uptick over the past couple rounds and throwing some kind of spicy stuff our way, and also introducing new mechanics that make things interesting too. And there is a story of sorts, because you'll notice that we're not some big buff badass minotaur. We're just a little guy. It's like a little teenager fella. So it's kind of going through the lore of Alterion. Asterion? Is that the guy's name? Learning who he is and how his father has banished him to the labyrinth, and trying to utilize what he has to make the most of his situation and deal with the fact that there is adventurers gunning for him constantly. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, that's how I feel, Ace. Like, pretty good track record. And also, they're, like, not a giant publisher, so usually they publish, like, weird, quirky indie games. So, yeah, I like them a lot. Big enjoyer of Devolver right here, man. Big enjoyer. So, something in the pedestal. Take a look.
This is it, Daedalus. This is how I vanquish Theseus's thugs and reclaim my throne. Power from the gods hidden in the depths.
Nothing is hidden without reason, my boy. Be
My
sure
boy.
of your course. And be sure of your cause.
All right. Sometimes in these little in-betweeny-weeny areas, there are experience bonuses to be gained. I don't see any lurking around right now, but what I do see is these fellers. Come over here. What are you boys doing? What are the boys doing, man? 100 little shiny boys gets us, well, something. I guess I don't know what that is. Oh, wait, hold on. Lost souls. Purchase an artifact, you say? Oh. I mean, I don't know what else I'm using the obols for. Sure. All right, and I'm guessing, I don't know if this is like for one thingy, like for one run, or if you keep it forever. First go to your lair before they get attacked. Right, which makes sense, right. Dice on the tile with rats gain more gold. Item bit arbor means less movement speed. Pull with the hook over rubble, receive 4 damage. That's kind of cool. So we don't have any hook weapons right now. Tile with rats happens sometimes, but not always. None of these really seem amazing. Artifacts inventory, yeah. Already have one, apparently. Oh, on defeat. Okay, so some artifacts go away on defeat. Trinket of Cunning. I actually don't know when we received that, but we apparently did. So none of these are amazing, and you really can't re-roll. To my knowledge, at least. I could also just take the bonus experience. I feel like I should take something. The recycling rats one would always be potentially beneficial. We haven't seen Hook yet. I don't know if we've seen Rubble either yet. We probably will eventually. The combat armor thing sounds neat, but the movement speed, I think, will eventually become important. Let's take the rats one. And I'm curious if I check the artifacts. Yes, this one is not permanent. If we lose, or probably when we lose, that one does go away. So not really the usual, not like a meta progression kind of deal that like sticks with you necessarily. I do wonder like what this is ultimately going to be. I mean, it looks like Hades is kind of deal, right? Crossing the river Styx to get here. Do I have the energy to knock that one out? Oh. Oh, I mean, if there was an artifact I didn't want. That's the thing. When you're in a run, you spend energy to take the mineable spots out. Looks like we don't have to worry about that energy here. Do that shit for free. Get a little bit of extra money. Starting money for the next round, and some extra gems. The actual unlocking of things. Yeah, it seems like I'm not having to waste anything or spend anything to crack these open. So I might as well. Can't actually go up the stairs, they're just there for show, but we are descending deeper and deeper into the labyrinth. More layers of this labyrinth. It's pretty cool. Don't need to set up camp, of course, so my guy can heal. We did take a bit of damage in that last run. One over here. I'm curious about the shop that's down yonder. I don't have a lot of money right now. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's like not like a money shop, not the usual kind of deal. A money shop, or a money shot, as it were. I'm kind of curious. They say if you got extra stuff, drop them down here to get obols. But do I want to go ahead and recycle this one and get the stuff back? I think you get 50. I think you get 50 per. You know, I'll stick with it. I'll stick with it for now, just to try it out. But good to know that that's an option. One shot patch, which is cute. So let's go back to our little base area. Make a little campfire. Some rats right there.
Comfort survives.
So let's see. I have indeed reached level 2. I've leveled to level 2. So we have some new stuff available to us. Health increase is still there. Damage is up there. It increases our damage. Still increase our speed. I feel like leveling our guy up is still not a huge priority for me. I think I'm more excited to level up other aspects of building the base and building the labyrinth specifically. Transmutation. Oh, more gold to gems, so better quicker leveling, basically. It's tempting. It's tempting. Starting gold is not quite as exciting to me, admittedly. Starting items is tempting. More device options. That one's nice, too. It's nice. Sacrifice 5 health for 1 energy. I don't know how that's gonna really be helpful. Smash walls. Wait, non-permanent walls at the cost of 3 health. I'm guessing that'd be an action during like action mode, not during planning. Planning, of course, you can do that for free. Still nothing for reversal. Not gonna lie, the improved transmutation would be better, like for just long term. Like better, like quicker leveling. It's still a kind of a slow progression. I would say either that or one of these. But yeah, my gut tells me that's like a solid choice. A solid choice for just having like a nicer leveling scheme. Now I do have enough left where I could do a speed update or another starting item. The Tinker one I'm not super excited about. I think I'll save it. And I'll go for more device options next time instead. Got that one. What about the gems? I have enough to unlock some cool new fellers. Buzzsaw is an interesting one because it doesn't do very much damage, but it can hit multiple times. So you could use it to kind of like tenderize a adventuring party before it needs to be recharged. can harm us as well, of course. So you have to be careful about where we place it. The seesaw one is interesting. It's a shit ton of damage. No way to rearm it. And it seems a little bit clunky. But I'm guessing it's the kind of thing where you truly have to step on it yourself. I don't think there's a way to, like, load it up with a pressure plate or some other kind of third-party trigger. I think it's just manual step on the thing when they step on it. And it seems like it doesn't necessarily have to be placed on a trap station. The winding spike, that one does have to be put on a... Oh, wait, hold on. Is that correct? Hold on. Oh, never mind. I thought there was, like, something that says it has to be placed on a trap station and tells you otherwise, but maybe I'm full of shit. They're being stepped on. Okay, never mind. Maybe it tells you explicitly otherwise. Because, for instance, the luring trap, that one has to be placed on a dead end, right? That one's tempting, because it could be interesting, and it could be really nifty. It's a one-time use, obviously. Per round, that is. Shit ton of damage. This one is neat, but we already have a... Oh, wait, no, I guess that's not in our inventory. That's just... That was a one-time thing. The wall trap thing that we got earlier. Because that's a lot of damage, and it's pretty cool. Amount of damage is that one. The fact that it's continuous is nice. The buzzsaw I have a hard time getting excited about. Backbiter could be neat. Last enemy in the group versus every third enemy. My gut tells me that Backbiter probably is like the most like utility based one to go for here. So it tempts me just because it's so weird. Actually, the other thing too is I have enough to afford multiple. I could get the buzzsaw and the Backbiter, or I could get. Actually, yeah, I could get both. Actually, get the seesaw and the Backbiter. I'll get the seesaw. Oh, but it re-rolls. Okay. C+. I'm more of a C++ guy myself. +2 counter to a selected device. I guess as like a well, hold on. Selected device. I guess that's like a modifier, basically. Advance towards it and attack it. It's a utility item, so it draws them in. It'd be interesting. I don't want to re-roll. It's probably not worth it. Hidden passage. That's nice, I guess. But it's just a lure and it doesn't damage them. What would that be helpful for? I don't really think we have anything. I mean, I guess the seesaw could be neat, but I mean, I don't really have anything that I mean, I guess it would like lure them off the beaten path, which could be cool. I think I'll just save my gems. I think we'll have better ways to spend those in the future. Spend XP 1. Challenge completed. Tell me more. Rolls. That's all well and good. I want to learn more about these challenges. What were the challenges? Like let's see. I guess like you complete. Yeah, I just want to know what the challenges are, not so much the rewards, because the reward is like the lore drop, which is neat. We have the rearm, which is nice. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the next one. We'll do at least one more before the night gets through here. It says skip depth. I'm not quite sure what that means. There's a third enemy type that pops in. A lot of dudes to fight this time around. Sandbox. I don't know what that means. Then cramped. I can guess what cramped means. We kind of had a cramped one last time. So modifier sandbox or skip depth level type. Skip depth level type. 3150. 5 hunting parties. 5 hunting parties. It's only the same enemy types, which makes it not quite as exciting. 1215, 1215, I mean, this is... Oh, wait, no, it is not more enemies. It's just a new enemy type that is unknown. I'm more enticed by the unknown. More enticed by the great unknown. Cinder outpost. Keep her directly. Hold on. Does it say that message each time? Or is that indicative of what kind of challenge we have awaiting? Blank slate, no walls. Truly a blank slate. So, I think the idea is that this one will be like a little bit spicier. A little bit spicier. Slightly tougher challenge, delve faster. Oh, like skip to the next level immediately, basically. Okay, that's tempting. Trying to think if I have like the juice to do that one so confidently. I'm a little bit concerned about what the new enemy type entails. It could be something like very bulky. Now, granted, we have a lot of things that deal quite a bit of damage. A lot of archers, though. 15 archers. I guess it's 15 in most places, too. Yeah, so no matter what... Well, okay, it's 12 in that case. I'll roll the dice. I shall roll the dice. Try it out. What's the worst that could happen? New enemy type. Armored enemy. Resistant to boulders. He's heavy. When he's in a group, he has 8 health. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of health. Combat armor with a K. Mortal Kombat. So he takes half damage. That is a spicy boy. So and there's gonna be a fuck ton of them. I think it said there's gonna be 9 of these guys. Guys are scary. Well, I wanted a challenge. That's what we do be getting. First things first. Let us wish for a device to play with. High damaging for sure. Now, fire damage would be nice. They resist boulders, but they're presumably susceptible to fire damage. Fire would kill one of those guys. Eventually, it would take a long time to kill. Of course, those guys resist fire. But yeah, that would be a guaranteed kill, you know, across the board with those guys, which is kind of neat. And if they're by themselves, or if they get separated from the party, then they don't have the big armor, or they don't have the double health. It is a group. We would need some way to separate them, and eventually, we'll get ways to separate them with automatic doors. Actually, we could even afford one now if we really wanted to. Actually, it's kind of tempting. Yeah, just an automatic door to separate them. It's fairly cheap to do so. Fuck it. Let's go and get one of those now. And I'm guessing when a door closes like that, they can't follow suit. I'm guessing. So just to try it, try to place that there. And what would the other 2 guys do, I wonder? Yeah, that's the thing. I worry that they would just break the door down the way they broke the statue down. If there's no other paths. I figure, like, the game shouldn't allow me to build this here. So maybe that's not going to be quite as reliable. Maybe I shouldn't expect that that's going to function the way I want it to. If nothing else, it would be there's a lot of diggable spots to get at. It would be something to play with, just to kind of try it. That's a pretty short entrance. We want to do some pretty serious rerouting. Could build walls pretty, like... Actually, there's only a few non-destructible walls on this whole map, so it's actually a pretty flexible map, except for the diggable spots. You can only break 5 of those down right now. But we have quite a bit of options. What we could do is place one of those door things now, like something like right here, for instance. Kind of break those down real quick. So something like, just as an example. Something like this. And we put the door down. Whoops. I clicked something. Oh, I just built something or broke something. I don't know what I did. But, anyway. So this fella. Say I put this right here and then put like a spike trap or a fire trap right here. It will close when the fighter goes first and close off the other two dudes. And I think if I allow another route, they'll just go that direction. And if I don't allow another route, well, one or two things will happen. I'm gonna allow a secondary route no matter what, but one or two things will happen. They'll follow the secondary route, or they'll break the door down. And if they break the door down, it'll take a little bit for them to do so. Always available. Yeah. If they knock the door down, it'll take them a minute. So that'll separate the guy from the group no matter how we slice it, because he'll keep moving afterwards. I think this is a doable strat. I think I'm willing to roll with this. So I'm gonna run with this with the assumption. And you know, if for some reason it doesn't work out, maybe I'll still use this as a fire trap and get his ass with that thing. A spike trap is more like reliable and instantaneous, of course. Deals damage to an enemy, yeah, whereas that sets him on fire. It's more of a damage over time. I'll fucking do it. I'll do the fire trap. So that, like, guarantees that guy's gonna get got. I'll take the ballista. For the ranged fella. And I'll take a spike trap. Spike trap's always, again, old reliable. So in the so this is like insurance to absolutely guarantee that the melee guy, the warrior fellow, is gonna get got instantly. Well, not instantly, but he'll get got for sure. He'll either get got because that'll do his full health bar when he's doubled health, or when he gets separated from the group and loses his health bonus, he'll get got that much faster. I'm going to then consider the standard-ass adventure. I guess it really doesn't matter from here on out, really. The regular old adventurer will kill with the spike pit. Just kidding. Kill him with this thing. And then the group will continue going. Go one of those guys. Block that path. And there we go. Spike pit goes there. Nice and simple. Nice and easy. Gets the job done. No frills. No bullshit. Well, I mean, there's frills happening, of course. Now, this is a concern. It sets the guy on fire, but he's not going to die instantly. I might want to meander them a little bit. You know what? If nothing else, I could just switch these. Oh, even then. You know what? No, I think we need to do more meandering. We need to waste their time. We could do this. Really force these guys to move around a bit. Really waste their time. Like, really make this an inefficient path to make sure that fire trap has enough time to burn that guy's health out. I think that should be enough. I think that should be enough. Just to make sure that it does, I'm going to... yeah. I'm going to put that one right there. Spike trap. Putting that right... actually, no. I think I like how I originally had it. Electric path there. I think that's enough time. I think. Because the dude moves kind of slow, doesn't he? He's heavy. Actually, no, his speed is the same, oddly enough. His speed's the same, even though he's heavy. But I think that should work. Oh, right. I said that I needed to make an alternate path for these guys. So I realized I've kind of engineered this path for the other dudes to go that same route. I don't know exactly what's going to happen is the thing. There's an unknown factor here. I'm thinking they're probably going to knock that door down after it closes. If they don't, what's something else I could do? I could say... Let's knock this path down. I'm going to knock this one down as well. And I could just give an alternate route that puts them on this exact same path. Ooh, I like that blue. I guess that blue means... like, after my utility item goes, that's the path they will follow. I kind of like that. And that's what I was hoping they were going to do when I used the Medusa head to turn the one guy to stone. And it said they was going to block the path. And I thought that meant they would just go around the frozen guy, the petrified guy. But they actually knocked him down. This is a little bit more explicitly showing that they will kind of continue on the path then. Kind of a split that'll happen. The only thing is they'll rejoin eventually. You know what? Let's keep that blocked and open this one up. That way, they're separated for longer. If they're separated for longer, that fire, like when he loses his health bonus, I'm gonna guess he would regain his health bonus if he were to rejoin the party. That will ensure the homies will be separated for longer. They'll still get hit by the spike traps, rather. I mean, if we really want to get fancy, we could even put something over here to murder one of them. But I kind of like the idea of, like, this guarantee that everyone's gonna die. They're all gonna follow the same path. No bullshit. No shenanigans. Yeah, let's do that. I'm a little bit surprised that they're gonna be able to walk by the ballista and just, like, willingly walk into its path. That is kind of funny to me. I guess that's a thing. It doesn't really matter because the kill time will be pretty much the same regardless. I'll put the spikes there. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Alright. I'm pretty confident about this. Let's roll it. See what happens. So, let's see how the door thing goes. Oh, shit. I gotta get my guy back here. Yeah. So... closes him off and sets him on fire. Good. I hope it's nothing, he says. Sure enough, he lost his health bonus. And just to make sure, that's not going to activate on me, right? I think when it says friendly fire, that means that's when it'll activate on you. It's got... yeah, so I don't activate my own traps in that instance. I'm glad that worked out. I know I kind of thought a lot about it to make sure it was going to work, but it all worked out. Oh, I should have knocked out more of these things. I have energy that didn't get utilized. Can I, like... can I break this one down? I can't do it. Yeah, that's fine. Spikes go. I can handle it. Blue. Got his ass. The blood. I didn't fully utilize the digging for extra resources, but that's okay. Alright, time for the blood ritual. Yes. Yes. Another ballista. Yeah. Yeah. Old Faithful. We're gonna have a lot of the warriors, though. I remember if there was a way to see how many they're gonna throw at us, because they told us the numbers earlier. But I can't remember what they are now. But that's fine. That's fine. It's like, I think it was like a bunch more of those guys. So we can't do the separation thing anymore here. Because... I mean, I could separate one of them. Or I could just kill one instantly. You know what? Let's do that. Let's just kill one instantly. Kill the first one. Move that one. Yeah, we could actually make this work pretty well for us, potentially. I would have to block that one, basically. Let me think about this, actually. Yeah. Or to crack that open. The thing. I would need to... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Like, I could put... Yeah, actually, I think that's the call. That shows the split more kind of on the nose. So the first one will die instantly. The first ranger, that is. Second ranger will go through here, and the warrior fella will go up this way. And the warrior fella will get got expertly by a... Well, it'll have to be the fire trap, actually. I have to, like... Yeah, because it has to be the fire trap. We only have... 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Has to be the fire trap for him, so I have to route him specifically. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Take that one back. I could go the other direction. Because that's a nice and plump and juicy spot, except those guys are going to go across that one more likely. There's all these other things to deal with. 2 of these dudes. I could route them this way. There's nothing that says they have to go forward. I'd have to take out a bunch of stuff. I'd have to take out... 1... not that many. Got some of these guys. Take out some of these guys for sure. Let me go and knock out some of these thingers. Oh, can my guy not reach it? Oh, wrong one. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna do this one step at a time. Knock that one out. Knock that one out. We definitely would need to go that way. I think that's the answer. Is to route the dudes that are starting here to the left, much like everything you own in the boxes. And then this party we route kind of this way. So what I would like to do is separate the party and route the fighter this way. I would break that. Put a regular wall down. Open that one up. Oh, except now that's the preferred route. How do I make this other route more enticing? Because I want the primary fella to go through the door and the secondary route to go this other way. Actually, I guess that's the answer. That's the problem. I'm making the secondary route too alluring. And it has to go there first. Is the thing. Yeah, so that's not gonna do it. It would be enough to kill them. Fire resistance is far too high. I might need to move that elsewhere. Which we can do. I was just hoping that that would be kind of convenient. Placed it too conveniently is the thing. There's still this one. We could carve a spot out, you know, going through this. Well. I'm gonna have our guy knock these 2 out. Yeah, knock that one and knock that one. That does enable a path. That I think I like a little bit more. Okay. I think that's going to be the kicker. That'll be the secondary path right there. So put down a door. There we go. That's what I want to see. Fire path there. And whatever this is, something nice and juicy for those fellers. I guess we don't actually need... like the spike trap here. There we go. So Arbalest kills one. The second archer goes through here, gets got there, and the fire lad, the armor lad, gets set on fire, and he's all set. So now we have to worry about these lads. And we said we're gonna route these dudes over this way. I have one more energy. That would work. Oh, except I have to... Right, okay, so I'll... go ahead and smack that one out real quick. Messed up by not digging out more spaces earlier, but I think we're still able to make it work. We don't need this one anymore. Another thingy that I've not considered. We have 1, 2, 3. There'll be one more. Uh-oh. Have I miscounted? We have 1, 2, 3. I might have to make a purchase then, because there's 5 dudes. Yeah, I have 4 here. Oh, so I might have miscounted that. For some reason, I thought I had one other thing that was under, that was not represented. I think I have to make a purchase, because, yeah, we did the blood ritual. I got nothing. Can I afford anything? I cannot. Uh-oh. Well, in that case, we're just getting kind of short-handed then. Short-changed. Damn, in my mind, I was like, well, yeah. Yeah, we got the money. Now, the thing is, we can reset some traps. It takes 9 seconds and a manual action to do so. I've actually never done the resetting of the traps before. We do have that as an option. We have that as an option. I could also buy another door if I wanted to. Damn, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Just make sure I'm not losing my mind. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at all the other, like, stations, but nothing else is on there. We have the 4th one here. Darn. Darn diddly darn. So you can reset those. You can also reset those. You cannot reset these. Oh, yeah, yes, you can, actually. Yes, you can. Okay. So what I could do is... this is pretty close to where we're starting. You can route the dudes this way. Put, say, an arbalest there. Or ballista there. That's the easy part. I don't have any more energy, so I can't dig out any more spots, unfortunately. I'd really kind of banked on having more of these things. We could do is... let's see. Trying to find like another way in, basically. So they can't just go whoop and just jump right in. This is actually pretty tough. What I could do is I could try to guide them into this same little area. Maybe that's the play. That back. Yeah, maybe try to guide them in the same little route here. and try to reset one of these traps. So that one of them gets to fire a second time. Maybe that's the play. And if there were any of them that would really be nifty for that sense, it would be this spike trap here, but that's like you'd have to really I'd have to find some other way to like waste their time. To put them on this route to give me time to reset the trap. It takes 9 seconds to reset the trap. That's a long fucking time. What a shame I can't buy any more of these things. There's something else I have not considered. About this. What I could do is have my guy be kind of chilling here. We can't knock down walls during the action phase, so I'd have to, like, maybe open this one up, for instance. Yeah. Like, any wall I open up, they can plan accordingly. But the thing is, they'll... Okay, that's right. They go towards our lair, but our Minotaur can be anywhere on the map when they start off. So I could, say, be standing right here. When the guy... And no matter how I slice it, though, we'd have to, like... have to send these guys on a bit of a journey. Which I think is possible. But man, does this get complicated now. Now that I'm seeing kind of the mess that we're making. What I want to make sure I'm doing, without messing with this route, I want to try to set it such that we can get our Minotaur to the spike trap and reset it before one of these guys gets to step on it. But after the first guy gets got. Now, the first guy's going to get got pretty quickly. I'm pretty confident about that. I'm also not exactly sure how resetting works. How rearming a trap works. 9 seconds to rearm a device. I'm assuming it'll be fairly obvious. You'll, like, click the guy and walk over to him. I'm guessing it'll be fairly obvious, but I really don't know. And these guys will keep going. This, yeah, the first one will get shot instantly. Second one will get there. The third guy will get lit on fire, and that's all well and good. But these are the guys I'm concerned about. These are the dudes that will be dilly-dallying. Or I want to make them dilly-dally. What I could do is put up a wall here. Put up a wall here. Open this one up. That's a pretty good dilly-dally. I still need to make sure they come out through there, is the thing. What I could maybe do... Man. Because, yeah, the nice thing is that this is delaying these guys a bunch. I open this one up. Now that's a convoluted path. My only slight concern there, it does still make that guy get it set on fire. I'm a little bit worried that he'll get to our guy too quickly. And now I kind of want to slow his path down. That gives us plenty of time for the second group. He'll die pretty quickly, only has 4 health. But it'd take 4 health to get to this point. Probably not. Like, I think he'd be pretty weak by the time he got to us. So we might take a bit of damage. This might just be what we need to roll with. One thing I need to make sure about is I need to rotate this. That. Actually, I can even do myself one better. Put it there. It's the first one instantly. Like, fairly instantly. And I would basically be chilling here. And I'm ready to rearm this fellow the second the guy steps through it. Actually, what I might even do is, like, be chilling right here. I can just, like, walk right up, basically. And go for the rearm. Still wondering about this situation. What I could do, kind of encourage this guy to have a longer path. If I break any wall here, it's going to shorten this path. I think I just have to kind of roll with this. If nothing else, I could get my dude I could like move him further back this way to kind of stretch out the amount of time that guy would have to walk. Might just be the play here. I really want to make sure I give myself that 9-second time period here to rearm this thing. That second guy gets it got. That's kind of the whole like linchpin for this thing to work. But since I don't have enough traps for everybody, we have to get creative. And I knew the risks by taking on like the second tier of difficulty a little bit early like this. I knew the risks. There's probably better ways to do this, but I think we've kind of arrived at something that I think should work. So the plan is going to be for this twosome here, first guy gets killed, and the second guy is expected to eventually make it to this spike trap. This spike trap will kill the second archer really quickly, and then my guy's going to rearm it and hope that while we're rearming it, that 9-second cooldown takes down before this guy can go all the way around to reach this guy. That's kind of what it's all predicated. We're also predicating on this fire trap here taking this guy's health down quickly enough so that he dies before he actually reaches our guy, who will probably be in the corner by that point. If I knock that one down, yeah, that gives them a shorter end. They have to go all the way around like that. We have to make it very inconvenient for them. So our guy's kind of in the corner. Our guy's kind of like... We've kind of cornered our guy with this configuration. I only see a lot of better ways to do it. What I maybe could do... Now, again, this guy needs to get got by the fire pretty much instantly. As soon as possible, he needs to get hit by the fire. I'm thinking, like, if I built a wall here and try to, like... Maybe not there. Like, maybe here. And open that one. Nah, I think no matter how you slice it, I think this is worth it. Let's go and roll it. Let's go and roll it. Go ahead and roll it. I know this is a lot of deliberating. But I feel confident. Let's go and roll it. And... this trap interaction is going to be the big one. He gets got instantly. Gets hit by the spike. He starts to see me. Gets hit by the spikes, and of course the doors have closed. He says, I'm so powerful, but he's lost half his health. Good. This first one is about to get murdered by the ballista. Can I go ahead and send you... Needs rearming. So he's rearming it. It's out. Set on fire. His health's ticking down. We got it rearmed. Now the thing is, he might still step on the trap. No, he's gonna die before he gets it. Perfectly executed. Well, relatively perfectly executed. So I way over-engineered this. Their movement speed is slow enough. We had plenty of time. I really didn't have to worry. Gonna get hit by the spike. Disarmed. Okay, so that taught me that 9-second cooldown is not nearly as aggressive as I thought it is, and that their movement is a lot slower than I thought it is. It also emphasized that, yeah, that fire trap is able to kill. I think it killed like around like this point right here. So I know I was slow as hell in those plannings and that planning planning scheme, but now I feel more confident. I'm going to get a blood ritual so I can get some more traps. Also, I got some money so I can afford some things too. I mean, Ballista is still great. Seesaw is kind of... I'd be tempted to, like, fuck with it. It sounds like kind of neat. It'd be a great way to just completely obliterate one of those big fellers. I feel like I should try it at some point, but I don't know. It just seems kind of unwieldy is all. And generally speaking, if there's one of those big guys approaching at the end, like approaching us specifically, the idea is that they'd be by themselves, if I've done my job right at least. I don't know. It'd be kind of fun to fuck with. We'll play with it. We'll try it. We'll try the seesaw. Ride my seesaw. Take this trip on this bump. However, that Moody Blues song goes. Now he's already by himself. He's already a singleton warrior. And that's all there is. Okay, well this will actually be a shorter round, and well, there's more dudes, but I'm pretty confident this should be a pretty quick one. Isn't the same number of dudes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a smaller number actually, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, I have exactly 5. Okay, so we don't have to rearm anything this time. So, which means we actually will be using the seesaw at some point. We can place it anywhere. We can rotate it anywhere as well. Can't put it over traps, though, is the thing. It's so weird, but I'm kind of down to try it. I'm kind of down. So he'll get murdered. If I move nothing, what's gonna happen here? We'll definitely have to move something. I would say my gut says, take this one out. And look here. Kill these 2 dudes. Nice and quick and easy. Don't even have to worry about those guys now. This guy's by himself, and he'll just get insta-murdered. So all that leaves is these 2 up here. Oh, you know what? No, he has to get got by the fire trap. Specifically. I think I put a wall there, move that one over, set his house on fire. He has to be burnified to death. That's how that's gonna have to work. Get him all burnified and killified, make him extremely dead. The best kind. Put a wall there and kind of force longer paths. Basically for everybody. That'll definitely make sure he'll die before he gets close. For these lads, these archer lads, I would put 1 there. And then the seesaw, I would put... can't put it on my own fella. Right here. And I would position myself also right here. I step on it, ka-chunk. I mean, it doesn't look like much. Step on it just like a little bit, but I'm guessing it'll be like more pronounced. And then otherwise, should be a pretty quick round. And also, I don't think there's any need to mine things out, but I definitely want to mine things because I might as well. And I'm also thinking about like stuff for the future, like for future runs. I do see that there's at least one something, whatever, like what is this? That's a trap slot. So I would like to be able to use that for sure. There's one there. So yeah, the ones that are like fully encased, I should free those guys for surezies. Especially because dudes will be coming through there for sure. I would say let's break all 3 of these, free this one entirely, and then free just this one in one of these directions. So we have like a corridor. I would say it makes more sense to break these two. And we could route it around nice and easily, like that. I think that's the way to do it. I think that is the way to do it. Alright, so we fully utilize the digging mechanisms, which is nice. We do have a shop, so if I wanted to, we could buy something else for our troubles. Buy ourselves something pretty. But I think we've actually got a pretty good setup, and I'm curious to try out the seesaw. I'll be rearmed after he begins, and it'll do 12 damage. It'll be weird, but it'll be kind of fun to play with. So, like I said, first dude will come down. He'll get splattered by the ballista, and the second guy will get jumped by the pedestal. These two we've already determined. Get spiked and ballisted, and he will get set on fire and just die nice and quick and easy. He should definitely be dead before he gets to this spot, especially with his only having it 4 health. So I think that should work. The only real variable here is me stepping on the pedestal. So I think that's the plan. But if you'll excuse me, I need to use a little hobbit's room. Because I drank that whole soda and I feel great, but also need to use the hobbit's room for just a quick moment. Give me just a quick little BRB, and we'll jump right into it. I'll click the game so there's some background noise. There we go. So give me just a quick moment. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry, it took a little bit longer. But ran upstairs, refilled my water, kind of checked a couple things. All is good. We're ready to keep going. Yeah, we'll go for another probably 45 or so minutes. I would say probably however long it takes to finish this run. Or not finish this run, but finish this round, this series of rounds. I think there's like eventually a final boss. I guess I don't know. But since we're following a bit of a story, I'm assuming that if you die, then I mean, it's a roguelike, right? So you would presumably start the whole run over again. But since there's like clearly a story where you go from like young Minotaur lad to presumably big scary Minotaur lad, that I don't know, like I don't exactly know how long it takes to do like a full run necessarily. But yeah, I don't know. Guess we'll find out. And I'm assuming that if we don't, complete this like full run this first time, we'll be able to, well, in fact, I see it right now, save and quit. So there are options presumably to put it down and pick it up later. But yeah, at least we can complete this round, this series of rounds for sure. That is the plan. All right, so let's get to it, friends. So like I said, we got the game plan. Let's go and roll it. See what happens. So, set on fire. My guy's in position. We are ready. He's gonna get got. First one's out. He got spiked. He got arbalisted. So now, I'm actually gonna position myself here. Oh, don't want to set it prematurely. Comes over and kapow! Fucking launched his ass. Now it's weird because when you step on it in the planning phase, look it just goes like bip, bip. So I wasn't exactly sure, like, is it gonna like how's it gonna damage him? But then when you see it sprung up like that, it fucking catapulted his ass out. That was deeply satisfying. All right, so we have adventurer, archer, and we have a warrior over here. So as always, the warrior will take some special consideration. How many bad guys we talking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would behoove us to make a purchase then. Because... what's this up here? Oh, that's to report a bug, okay. Sometimes I wish if there was like a quick way to say, here's the number of enemies, and here's the number of traps you have. It's a little bit annoying having to be like, let me kind of like count things out. So we have 1... I think we have 6 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Oh, because there's 6 of them. Okay, so we definitely need one more. We need one more something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Or I could do what we did earlier and lean on a rearming, but I'm gonna say we don't. I'll do that only if we need to. The rearming mechanism is great, and it works well. But it's an extra bit of finagling that I maybe would rather not have to rely upon. So, do we have to work? We got plenty of gold, so we might as well. Grab device. So that's actually kind of nice. That'd be eventually. You can't afford it right now, obviously. Yeah, what's up, Kage? Yeah, I was like, what is that? I was like, is that like a little, like a fella? Like, what is that? But you're right, it is a bug. It's like a bug. Actually, I'm gonna put like the fucking like the glasses. Like, actually, Kage, I see 8 little fellas. I see 8 leggies on it, so it's actually an arachnid. Kage, excuse me. Usually, a bug means insect. I'm just being a pedantic little shitter. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're right though. That's it was one of those where since I'm looking on the UI for other like, oh, is there a thing I can click or a thing I can look at that would tell me how many overall weapons I have and how many overall enemies are in this round. So I was looking to see if I just missed something. Yeah, so let's make a purchase. Got a ballista, got a spike trap. Those are both solid. No rerolls, unfortunately. A reroll would be something. And I'd be tempted to, like, try to finagle things and say, well, you know, the rearming worked pretty well. The rearming worked pretty well, so maybe there's something to that. But this is a lot, having 4 routes to wrangle. It seems like the reroute I think would be good. I was gonna say the reroute would be good if you had If you had like everybody on one path, but then the more I think about it, I go, maybe not. Maybe that wouldn't be any better. Let's just kind of see how dangerous we can get right at the get-go. So let's start with the onesie twosie fellers. What I would most likely do is I would just murder him with something right here, right from the get-go. So tries to pop in, we just fucking pop him right there. That's nice and easy. Now we do have the ability to dig out several of these walls. And you know, I did dig this one out specifically so we could utilize it. So I say we might as well do exactly that. I have no business... Oh, right, that's a twofer. We definitely want to separate those guys. So earlier we made pretty fair use of that feller. So I would say... We're seeing the route these guys will inevitably follow. I mean, we could knock that one out too. But what I would probably end up doing... Yeah, that's the thing. I would have to separate him before. And set the other guy on a different route. So yeah, something like this. I feel like we should utilize this. But the downside is you don't get much out of it with that exact placement. I'll phrase it this way. We really ought to separate these two as quick as possible and do something with them as quick as possible. Now, the nice thing is that there's actually two of them over here. Two traps to work with over here. So maybe it'd be better to build up a wall here and kind of lure them out this way. So what I would potentially do thing though, it's like we need some other path to lure them into. So it's like you don't want the primary path to be the only way. You need a secondary path that is maybe a little bit more out of the way, but still viable is the thing. So maybe what I would do... This is a tricky one, honestly. The nice thing is we have a decent bit of flexibility out here. Maybe that's the answer. Put it here. And force them the other way. There we go. That's the answer. I think that's the key. I would almost say we could try rearming this one, but I think that is... perhaps a fool's errand. But the cool thing about it is that is pretty self-contained. It's like a little corner is kind of its own thing now. As we kill this guy instantly. You know what? There might just be something to that. There might just be something to that. What I could do is try to waste this first dude's time. Actually, hold on. Think about this. Let's think about this. I'd want this one to, like, this will go pretty quickly. The thing is, we'd have to face it the other way, which is doable. He walks up, he gets got by it. Like, that's pretty quick. First dude comes through here. Excuse me. Comes through here. The problem, if I break that down, I want to kind of route him this way. Yeah. which is an option. One of the options of all time. I could route him even more gooder. I need to, like, delay him even longer. I guess one of those, like, Minotaur statue things would be kind of neat. But that was the thing I didn't unlock. That would be a nice way to kind of slow them down for just a little bit. Can you put walls down anywhere? In most places. You can put walls down in most places. You can't put it over trap stations. But yeah, you can build walls up freely. And break them down freely. Except for the unbreakable walls. Yeah, exactly. Most anywhere. And they're free to do so. It's not like you have to minimize wall purchases or anything. Walls are free. And traps are free as well, but you can only put them in certain places. You only have so many of them. But yeah, there's not like an overall like resource pool you're dipping into. I could buy another trap to add to our arsenal, but I'm looking to see if there's a tricksy way to get around that requirement. So I think that could work. I need to think a little bit more about it, but I think that could work. This guy will die instantly, and these two dudes. I think are we done with this? I think we're done with this one too, because he'll get set on fire, and then the second dude will get shot. Yeah. So this is all nice and easy. No, wait a goddamn second. Like I said, it occurs to me. What I might need to do then. Yeah, that's an empty trap slot, right? Yeah. So it's 6 total. Put all my traps down. I feel like there's something I've lost track of. Oh, this guy. Oh shit, not that one. How do I? Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, no, I'm missing something. Honestly, I guess I could just leave that there, honestly. That worked out pretty well last time. The only weirdness is that I would have to get back to that spot fairly quickly after rearming this guy. Although that wouldn't really take very long, I don't think. So yeah, I would stand right here. I'd be ready on the rearming. And I just don't think there's enough time. The problem here is I would need something to delay this guy. He's gonna come through here. He'll get shot pretty quickly. But yeah, I feel like it's not quick enough, honestly. Now, what I could do, if I move this here, stay right here. Can make that even a little bit faster. I built that there and took this wall out. I could do that. So that leads to a fairly quick kill. And also it's easier for me to repair it and get where I need to go. And it gets us more distance from this guy. And what we could do is he's going to go this way. I could force him into a meandering path. I say that. Knock that one down. You know what? I could just buy another door. Oh, no, that wouldn't help. That wouldn't help. Because I want this guy to go down that route. Yeah, I would put the door here. I'd put the door here and force him to kind of go in this more elaborate direction. If I put a door there, he'd have to go all the way around. I think that's the key. I can do that by getting another automatic door and putting her right her. Uh-oh, am I not allowed to put it there? Oh. I was hoping I could put it there. I guess I could put it there. That's still pretty good. So when that closes... Crap, no, that actually won't work. I was kind of... Oh, damn it. I was kind of all predicated on being able to put this there. Huh, that's weird. It seems like a spot you'd be able to put there, but yeah. Damn. Yeah, exactly. We need to wander him longer. Can put walls down there, but I can't build doors there. Oh, I see why. That's not like a real wall. I need to ensure that this guy can get here quickly, but that's not there afterwards. That's where a wall there would be really nifty. Can knock this one out. Something like that would still, I think, be pretty good. He gets through here. Yeah, it even paints the path for us. I think that's the key. Our guy lies in wait. Fixes it back up. Right after this guy gets got. He'll get there pretty quickly. And this guy will meander. I love that word, meander. One of my favorites. And all the while we're waiting on this warrior fella to get here so we can fucking launch his ass. And he has to take a pretty long road to get there. That gives us plenty of time. I think that's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. So we'll get this one rearmed after it fires once. It can be rearmed. Yeah. So this one guy's doing a lot of heavy lifting. He'll be allowed to go through, but then it'll be a wall. He'll have to kind of do this kind of slow and probably fairly annoying walking path. You could even have things be a little bit slower and more... Actually, no, I guess that doesn't matter. I was going to say I could make things even more annoying for him. But no, he's going to die the second he gets there anyway. So I think that'll work out. Still leaves a path for this guy here. They'll get got, and this guy's getting separated from that first wall. Hence why he's having to take this much longer route. And of course, he'll get set on fire. He'll get zapped. Yeah. I think that's going to work. If the game pieces are set, I think that's going to work. It's, again, it's a little bit convoluted, and I realize I'm potentially overcomplicating this by doing this. Instead of just fucking buying another one of these things, I could just say, fuck it. Buy another spike trap and be done with it. But I don't know, I kind of like the creativity of trying to be a little bit more efficient in that sense. If there's any, speaking of inefficiencies, we're setting this guy in a very elaborate route that is probably also not necessary. I think what I would like to do, make sure I don't have that energy go to waste rather, is I might knock either those three out or these three out. For better or for worse, this is like one big blocking area as well. But yeah, really, there's nothing here that we need to work with. I'll just knock these three out and just probably still set some walls down there. Actually, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, it really doesn't matter for that guy. He just needs to get here. I'd be almost tempted to knock this wall out to get there even faster, but I do want him to take a little bit of time to get there. Just a little bit. So we'll lie in wait here. See, we'll let it rip. Let it rip, baby. So right now, that guy gets set on fire. Hold on, what was that one? Fire trap. Did he die like instantly? I think motherfucker fucking roasted instantly. Wow. That was quick. He's gonna get got. He's gonna get... Actually, he might already... Oh, I think I see what happened. He got shot. He got shot by the ballista. That already fired, didn't it? Yeah, that needs rearming. Oh, no. I forgot that that thing has, like, infinite range until it hits a wall, basically. So he was on fire and he got killed. So this dude's going to be going unopposed, as it were. We're going to have to improvise. We're going to have to do some improvising. The good news is this guy's about to get got. Bop. I can immediately start on... there we go. On getting that thing rearmed. Because that's a non-negotiable. We need that thing rearmed. What I'd like to do is get right here and launch the dude into the fucking sky. We actually can't do that. Because we need that for the last fella. Which is right here. Now, of course, they're going for this area, but they don't necessarily know where our guy is going to be. We might just have to fight him head on. I would rather fight that guy than this guy. He does 5 damage, he does 4. I'd rather fight him head on. So I might just set my guy out to, like, go aggro against him. We'll have a little bit of time. Yeah, it's like I would just use this one twice, but this one can't be rearmed. And I definitely can't get to that one to rearm that. Damn, that's a shame, but it goes to show how just overlooking one little detail can kind of mess everything up for you. I do wonder what's going to happen. They're going to go to this area and not know where we are. Once they reach it, they gain tracking. They know where you are after they find you. That actually could work out. Because that might waste enough of his time. I might be able to rearm this again. He's gonna get got by the ballista for the others. Oh, now that's interesting. Uh-oh, it's not going. It is armed, right? It's armed. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. I was kind of hoping that would shoot you. Is it not? Oh, it's not technically in the line of sight. Now that's unfortunate. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Kage. Just rearm it a second time. I was kind of banking on that working. I guess I should have moved my dude. Oh, we might be about to die here. That's a bummer that it's like not technically in line of sight. It's not touching the arrow. Because so much this is grid-based, I just assumed the enemies would work on a grid. But they are allowed that kind of soft corner that I guess the traps are not allowed. That's genuinely surprising. The good news, I think if we just gun right for this person, we might be able to reach them before they can reach us. He's still going. Yeah, I was really planning on taking him out. Damn, that sucks. They didn't see me. There we go. I take him out. So they'll be able to kill one of them, but I won't be able to rearm it right afterwards. Yeah, I'm surprised that they wait and then they group back up. They group back up intentionally. That's also behavior I didn't know they would do. He said he's going to wait for the others. And when they group up, he's going to gain the bonus health. That's dangerous. What's our guy doing right now? He's like, I see there's like a loading bar. What I could do is I could run past him and set this thing off on him and launch him to the stratosphere. That would at least ensure that he doesn't get his big one for sure. I could just fight the last archer. I could just fight him directly. Yeah, we could probably just take his ass out. Yeah, I think that's probably the play, honestly. Knowing how we were able to take that first guy out pretty quickly. Bop. 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 Yeah, it's not very elegant, but it does ensure our survival. And what's nice about this is I can say, ha, look at me. Hey, why didn't it go? Oh, it did fire? Oh. When did it fire? Did I not actually arm it? I could have sworn I rearmed it. Man, I've completely bungled this. Holy moly. I should have just got him with this one then. Oh, we have to fight him. Yep, I think we're dead. Yeah, we're dead. Man, I've totally fucked that one. Did it shoot him? Oh, okay, when I ran past. Man, I've bungled that real bad. There was aspects of that were kind of disappointing. I'm disappointed that the archers can fire around corners, but our traps can't. That makes me sad. I feel like I need to watch the clip or watch the VOD and see kind of the frame by frame. Because I went to go close with the other guy. Yeah, it's almost like when I closed with him, it like jerked the guy's position. So he got shot because he did die pretty quickly. I think you're exactly right, Kage. I think that's exactly what happened. I think we got him with the... I think I didn't kill him with my hands, like the trap killed him. So yeah, man, my whole plan was predicated on that thing killing him. Maybe going forward, the lesson to be learned here is when you're lying in wait to rearm something, and it's an archer in particular, like not a melee guy. If you like carve out a little niche so there's like just no opportunity for there to be a line of sight situation. I think that's the lesson learned here. Like, don't even give the opportunity for line of sight because they can see around corners. But you know, they said in the intro that getting defeated and learning from it is part of the game. You know, learning the mechanics. I don't know if that's like a critique I have necessarily, that archers can fire around corners and you can't, or that your traps can't. It makes sense that traps can't, and it kind of makes sense that the enemies could. It's just that since so much of the traps rely on grid-based movement, I don't know, that seems like such a weird limitation of, you see the little arrow and you see where the guy is and you go, oh, come on, you're gonna tell me that, like, in real life, we'll call that like a foot away doesn't count. I mean, at the same time, it is just a straight shot, so I kind of get it. I don't know. There's like integers versus floating point, right? There's that like all in one or that like going all in kind of precision versus some gray area, some shades of gray. You lose gems too. That's a bummer. Oh, the gems go away. That sucks.
This stale air. This terrible...
It is a roguelike. For better or worse, it is a roguelike.
Oh, my poor, poor boy. Even in death, you belong to Labyrinthos. Your blessing and your curse.
This is one of those games where for better or for worse, it's a roguelike. For better, because it means everything is randomized. So no two runs are the same. You could make the argument this game doesn't need to be a roguelike if the levels were bespoke, you know, handcrafted by the developers, and you had like, you know, 12 of them or 15 of them or what have you, and like there were like different decks of levels, that kind of deal. Yeah, I could see that argument being made. Of course, it's longer development time, obviously. I mean, on the one hand, you have to develop a system to procedurally generate levels for a roguelike like this one, obviously. So that takes dev time, obviously. But like designing levels, of course, takes time too. Because yeah, that's a punishment that sucks. When you lose the gems that you have to use to purchase new upgrades, that part sucks. The experience, of course, sticks around, and your meta progression with the tent and the campfire, that sticks around clearly, and your level
Memory lingers.
presumably sticks around. Which is to say, oh, not what I was expecting. Yeah, I was looking at the other one. Oh, I guess it's the campfire. There we go. Yeah, so that persists, and that's good. So yeah, so I guess it's not so much leveling up or like spending resources to unlock the starting devices. It's more spending resource like experience to give you more opportunities to get starting devices. Actually, hold on. Do I still have the same ones I selected earlier? I do. Okay. But I spent the gems to unlock those, but my gems reset. That's kind of curious, because I'm thinking, yeah, do I get an opportunity for a new deck? And I guess you don't. That's a little bit weird. to spend the gems, but yeah, you don't get gems. It'd be one thing if you kept, well, I guess if you kept the gems, that would be kind of crazy. Because that means you could just, like, pop off and fill your deck with all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I'm wondering then, how do you get more stuff to your deck, starting out at least? Because starting with the same ones each time is kind of a bummer. Maybe one of these things mixes that up for you. Because, yeah, in my mind, I'm kind of, like, working through this in my mind. Like, resetting your gem count. I see why they do that. I see why they do that. Because I guess in that sense, the gems aren't part of the meta progression, aren't part of the, like, permanent upgrades. I get that. It just feels kind of unfortunate to have the same starting loadout. And the same starting loadout's good. These are good. All three of them are solid. But, I don't know. When I think of roguelikes, I think of, like, not having that. Well, I guess, you know, in all fairness, with some roguelikes, you do have the same starting deck every time. Spelunky, Noita, you have the same starting wand with some variation. Same starting loadout with bombs and ropes and Spelunky, so maybe that's not that weird. So maybe I shouldn't think of this as like a deck, the way that you might think of like a deck builder, so to speak. If you complete a run, I think maybe. That's a good point, Kage. To be honest, I'm actually not sure what completing a run looks like. I wasn't expecting the first part of the game, or, well, I shouldn't say first part of the game. I wasn't expecting this aspect of the game where you're like a young Minotaur and you have to kind of go through his hero's journey. I'm guessing if you get beyond a certain point, I'm guessing, because, you know, you see the signage for the game. We are going to be wrapping up, unfortunately. It's getting pretty late. But if you see, look at the, I guess you don't see it here. But if you see, like, the signage for the game, the icons, that kind of thing, it shows big Minotaur guy. You see big Minotaur guy? If I go back to the Discord server, the post I made when I went live, like, this is the image that you see with like advertisements for this game. So you see like big fucking badass Minotaur, and yet we're playing as like a scrawny little teenage lad. I'm assuming that as you go along the game, your guy, you know, grows and he gets older and gets stronger, becomes like a fully fledged Minotaur. So I'm assuming what will happen either as you go through the campaign or maybe as you level up. Maybe it's not so much get through the end of a run and beat the run, so to speak, as the Minotaur. Maybe it's more as you level up, get to depth level 3, get to level 5, like that kind of thing. Maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe it's the meta progression that does it. So yeah, the question is, how do you beat a run? I'm actually not sure. I mean, the Minotaur and King Minos, mythologically speaking, is kind of a tragic tale. I don't think there is a happy ending for the Minotaur in Greek mythology. So yeah, I guess in that sense, it does kind of fly in the face of how Greek mythology typically goes. I'm gonna quit out of the game. Oh, that was webcam. But anyway, yeah, you didn't miss anything. I was just quitting out of the game anyway. Interesting game. I do like it. It gets my recommendation. I would say if anybody wants a game like this and they're looking for a deck builder strategy kind of game, yeah, I feel like if I wanted a deck builder roguelike with the way you set out your traps, I think some aspects of the deck building are neat, but I think other aspects would be kind of disappointing, like having the same starting deck every time. So far. Again, maybe there's more features, more like functions we unlock later on that let you shuffle the start, or give you a starting gem amount, or even better, turn in your current cards, give you a starting gem amount, and you can like get a different build at the start. It's entirely possible we eventually unlock that, but we don't get that at the start. So I would say if somebody was looking at this and said, oh sweet, a deck builder function, I would say it's not quite. And if there is a function like that, it doesn't appear until later, but I don't even know if that exists. It could, it couldn't, I don't know. At the start, that's not available to you. And also, if somebody were to say, oh man, I love Dungeon Keeper. This looks like just like Dungeon Keeper. It's kind of not. It's kind of its own thing. It's Dungeon Keeper, but a roguelike and also more of a puzzle game. It's more of a puzzle game than a strategy game like Dungeon Keeper is. Dungeon Keeper is a strategy game through and through with some puzzle elements. This game is a puzzle game with strategy elements. That's kind of how I mean, you know, they're not like 100% one, 100% the other. They're both a mix, but this is like 70-30 puzzle. And Dungeon Keeper is 70-30 strategy, I guess. Is kind of how it's like. So maybe 60-40, but you know what I mean. One is more heavily slanted. So if somebody wanted Dungeon Keeper, but new, and they play this, they would, I think, be disappointed. But if you're open to something that is a very interesting and very satisfying puzzle game, with some mechanics that take some experimentation and some mechanics that take some getting used to, and also maybe just a penchant for moments where you're, like I had with that run, where you go, oh, fuck, how was I supposed to know that, man? And then you think about it, you go, damn, you know, I kind of get why that works. But, like, still, you plan, you execute, and you go, oh, no, that's not at all how I thought that was going to go. If you have a stomach for that, then this is a pretty unique experience. It's not for everybody. I would, you know, gun to my head, positive or negative, thumbs up or thumbs down, thumbs up, but with caveats. That's my like, you know, kind of the quick 30-second review. Well, the caveats take more than 30 seconds to explain, but you know what I mean. No, overall good game, and I'm really glad I got to try it. Really glad we got a review key for it through Dare Drop, and I'm tickled pink that Devolver. This is now, I think, the second campaign that has been on Devolver. That has been with second Devolver digital campaign that has been with Dare Drop, which makes me so happy. Dare Drop is my favorite key distribution site, like Keymailer, Lorkit, all these others. Dare Drop's my favorite. For one thing, I'm one of their, I guess, brand ambassadors by being a Daredevil, so I'm, you know, I've a vested interest in wanting the platform to do well. But just in general, it's my favorite. I love the system of accomplishing challenges, getting extra keys to give away to viewers. I think it's great as hell. I think it's super cool, and I love how when there's a viewership requirement for their campaigns, it's explicitly known, and they tell you exactly how many keys are available. Like, there's no smoke and mirrors, there's no black boxing. It's just all out there, and you know exactly what they're working with. I kind of like having everybody knowing what's being held in their hands, the decks in their hands. So I like that a lot, and Devolver is one of my favorite publishers. So, like, if nothing else, participating in this campaign is a great way for me to say, yes, Devolver, please do more with Dare Drop. I fucking love this melding of minds. Dare Drop and Devolver working together is a goddamn dream come true. Trying to think, what was the other one? Oh, that's right, Quarantine Zone. Quarantine Zone was the other Dare Drop game that had a campaign with them, and yeah, that game rocks. I love that one. So anyway, this was cool. I would say, do I want to play more of it? I do want to play more of it. There's other stuff I kind of want to get to as a higher priority next week. So I'll say we'll see. Maybe not next week, maybe the week after. I might jump back into this for a little bit more. Very good game, though. And it's one of those where, like, again, like that first moment where I went, oh, fuck, I got screwed over by, like, a misunderstanding of the game's mechanics. At the same time, I keep thinking about it. I go, well, yeah, it kind of makes sense that a trap wouldn't, like, kind of auto-aim to, like, shoot at the guy kind of off-center. Like, that kind of makes sense. Like, I'm looking for a reason to be mad at the game for misleading me, and I can't think of a reason to be mad. I can't think of a reason to think that the game misled me there. So I'm over here like, damn, I just got to get good, bro. I just got to get good. Like, I think my initial reaction was like, oh, what the hell? But I'm thinking more about it. It's like, no, yeah, that makes sense. And learning the game is just part of the learning the ropes is how these kinds of things go. And it's roguelikes, right? Roguelike, you never win a roguelike first time, so that's kind of how it goes as well. Cool game, man. Cool game. Let's go and raid. Go and raid out. Let's go and wrap it up. Thank you for hanging out with us, friends. Thank you big time to Shake and Alias for those 2 raids. Very nice to those guys. That, of course, is 3/4, or I guess 2/3 of the really cool group of dudes with whom we game on Sundays. I'm fortunate enough to be able to game with the boys on Sundays. Always a nice time getting to play with these guys. The 4th person in our group is Krath. Krath plays. So if all goes according to plan, we should be able to play some games with the boys this Sunday. I will be busy for the first part of the day, probably on Sunday, but I should be available in the evening. And if all goes according to plan, maybe more EDF, maybe more Slay the Spire 2, maybe more Teardown. I really enjoyed when we got to play Teardown with the guys a couple weeks ago. So EDF will always be my #1 pick, but you know, I'm always happy to really just do anything with the guys because they're it's a good group for sure. Really cool lads. As far as tomorrow goes, tomorrow I would say I've got a couple games I'm kind of tracking. The original schedule said that tomorrow was going to be Super Alloy Crush. I might stick with that, but there's another game I meant to play earlier this week that I kind of switched out. I might do Grind Survivors tomorrow. I think we'll kind of play it by ear. I would say either Grind Survivors tomorrow or Super Outlet Crush, both really cool looking indie games. You have keys for those to check out. I'll probably end up moving Assassin's Creed Shadows out a bit. I'll probably move that to next week. I know I keep delaying these things, but I'll probably move that to next week, looking at the schedule. So yeah, I would say Friday, Saturday, it will probably see a duo of Grind Survivors and Super Outlet Crush. It'll just be a matter of which one do I get to first. Super Outlet Crush came out yesterday, so I definitely want to prioritize that because I find that it's more fun for me, at least, to play a game like really soon after it releases. Hence why playing this game the day of its release was nice. MINOS just came out today, and Chainstaff yesterday. Chainstaff just came out yesterday as well. The Grind Survivors have been out for like a week or so, like 2 weeks, I think. So I'm a little bit later on that one. But yeah, so we got good stuff for the rest of this week. Sunday, like I said, co-op games. And for anybody else curious, for next week, there was actually a couple of other keys that came my way that also surprised the heck out of me. So we got Voltage High Society. We'll probably check that out sometime next week. We also got a key for Going Medieval and a key for Morbid Metal, which surprised me. That's a new Ubisoft game that just came out. Fucking Ubisoft, man. They keep coming in hot with their partner creator partner programs, whatever it is, opportunities, and that one looks sick. So we got a really cool roguelike from Ubisoft to check out. That one came out yesterday, I think. So again, I like to strike with the iron as hot as if possible. There's also a dare drop campaign for Roadcraft to check out. There's a new DLC, so we'll do at least one more session with Roadcraft. That game is great. I really want to play more of that. That's a very satisfying game to play. So yeah, between Going Medieval, really sick ass looking medieval kind of RimWorld looking colony builder game, and like I said, Grind Survivors, Morbid Metal, High Voltage Society. That game looks fucking wild. And yeah, a couple kind of odds and ends. Yeah, next week will be full of bangers for sure. So yeah, lots of cool games in our future. Is there anybody streaming this game right now, or am I the only one? Am I the only one streaming this game? There's one other guy, but he's got like 400 viewers, and he is not of an English-speaking persuasion. So I'll just raid from my followers list instead, which is perfectly fine, But now it's always fun, especially when a game like first comes out. There's more people streaming them, which is nice. But I usually try to find somebody where there's not as much of a language barrier, because not that the language barrier is like a deal breaker, but it's just easier when it's easier. It's simpler rather when it's easier to communicate with the folks. As far as raid targets go, Khaleesi's doing some Samson. That's another one I've got on my radar. Khaleesi's playing Samson right now. Voxiv's doing some Overwatch. Brilliant's doing RimWorld. I was just saying that Going Medieval is kind of a RimWorld inspired game in some ways. Heen is playing Temtem, Swarm. Man, Heen's been starting his streams earlier, I've noticed. Starting his streams earlier. And I used to never be able to raid him, but yeah, he's like starting a little bit earlier in the evening. Well, earlier during the day, because I think for him it's not sure what his time frame is, time zone is. He might be New Zealand. Oh no, he's Danish. He's in Europe. Okay, that explains it. So let's go. Yeah, let's raid Heen. He's a cool guy. He's a really nice guy. We raided him like a week or so ago, and it was my first time raiding, and I've watched the stream quite a bit. He's a fellow Daredevil, so a fellow brand ambassador for the site, and super helpful, always willing and more than able to help out the newbies in the Daredrop Discord server whenever people have questions, or whenever he's also helping out with reviewing the actual clips of people accomplishing the dares and approving them himself. There's an optional system where if you're a Daredevil, you have the option to review dares yourself and get like some bonus perks for doing so, but it helps out the admins. That way it kind of takes some of the heavy lifting off them from manually reviewing every single dare, which is nice. So anyway, he's really involved with the community. Like I said, helpful for the newbies. Participates in just about every goddamn Daredrop campaign under the sun. Recently made partner, which is exciting. He's a very well-accomplished streamer. Been around forever. Really nice guy. Really cool VTube setup. Very conversational. Very easy to talk to in his streams. Yeah, just all-around great streamer. Happy to raid him. Real quick, my socials page is in the chat. Has all of my links, as always. Of course, I've got the social media. I've got the other streaming platforms on there. I mean, I should mention every so often that I am live right now on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok and Facebook. Couple of places, but Twitch is the main one, of course. Also, I should mention that we do giveaways every so often. We do giveaways through our Discord server in a raffle kind of format. And as luck would have it, we're doing some giveaways tomorrow. And a link to join the Discord server can be found in that socials page, the one I just posted in the chat there. If you're watching on YouTube, it's probably in my channel descriptions if you're curious. You probably can't see the same chat that I can see, unfortunately. And I should also mention that the giveaways are open to join right now. It's not too late. You can join the raffles right now. We'll probably roll the giveaways tomorrow at the end of the stream. If for whatever reason I'm unable to stream tomorrow, or if we go too late for me to roll the giveaways, we might just, push it off. But the plan is to do them on Fridays. So that is the plan, my friends. And I'll see you guys around. Thanks for hanging out with us, friends. Thank you again to Shake and to Alias for those raids. And I'll see you around. Thanks for hanging out with us. Minus was a really cool game. Glad we were able to play it. And yeah, we might just play it again in the next week or so. I think the campaign on Dare Drop goes for another, I don't know, 29 or 30 days. It goes for a little bit. So we got time. We got time, guys and gals. Thanks for hanging out. Y'all have a great night. And I'll see you around. We're going to go hang out with Heen. I'll see you guys there. Good night, friends.